boy, good girl. Sorry? Yeah, this is what I thought. Continue, alright. Sorry, you're not seeing this. Go. Let me just edit the part of Exile. Andrew Tate plus part of Exile. 3. You know, it's actually supposed to be 2, but it doesn't actually matter. Does it? Make it 3. Should be fun. You will be listening to Emergency Meeting, episode 13, I believe. Oh, did I watch the whole of 12 or did I just skip it through? No, I think I watched 12, yes. Yeah, episode 13 I haven't watched yet. Episode 11 couldn't. Episode 40, 12 I believe. Wait, let's see. Nah.
Video said Tate's this. It gets inside of me. Tate video this said Tate's this.
Yes, I got this far.
Before the last few years, when people would come up to me and say, "Hey man, can I take a picture with you?" Instagram didn't exist. Some idiot came up and said, "Hey, can I have a picture with you?" I stood there with this group of friends, took a picture. "Yeah, man, good to meet you." I said, "Yeah, cool, goodbye." Then on Twitter, I saw a post. I searched my name on Twitter because I cared about fame back then. And it said, "Hey, ran into Tristan Tate at the club. Told him he was a dickhead, LOL." And I replied, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were super respectful and terrified. So no, if you're not wearing the merch, I'm going to assume you're one of those people, and I will physically strike you."
I mean, I sneezed.
Entertainment purposes only. I'd never physically strike anyone.
I sneezed. Right. Merch. So this is what we're gonna do, and you're right. Merch wearers only.
Where?
So here's my first idea.
Where's the match?
All right, have we done a poll on whether we should, and then we can share on our.
Oh, yeah, I've watched
Then to
it.
Has made
Oh, yeah, I watched it like 2 days ago. I guess thank God it's not copy strike me, so.
Need headphones, don't we? Need headphones. Put some headphones on, Matt Shea. Welcome to Emergency Meeting, episode 13. We have a special guest, Matt Shea, who is internationally renowned and respected. He's a folk singer, and he's going to sing us a song very soon after our introduction. And he's going to hear my song and my singing and be very, very jealous of the Mr. Producer theme.
EU, as you can see, I'm a level 6 already. Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer. You can all get knows Mr. Producer. No, Habibi, nah.
Now, on this emergency meeting, you guys are going to miss out on a lot of my
Come to the
insightful
mudflats.
takes because I'm not really in the mood for talking. Andrew's invited his mate on our show without my consent. This guy's in our house without my consent. So
He's a well-known folk singer. He's amazing. Matt Shea. Look him up.
I'm just going to have to bite my tongue and listen to you guys talk most of this emergency meeting. Otherwise I'm going to walk off.
Matt, can you introduce yourself? Tell them about your singing career. Tell them where you're from.
Yeah, so I'm actually not a folk singer at all in
What?
the slightest. Oh, sorry.
What?
Are you calling my brother a liar?
You lied
this
to me.
case, yes.
He's been on this podcast for 1 minute. He's already calling you a liar.
You lied to me to get into my house. You said you're a folk singer and you're going to sing to the world.
No, the truth is I'm actually here to make a documentary about for Vice, and I'm just here to observe and listen and learn the Tate way.
I
chance.
I thought you were a singer, my friend. Now I'm extremely disappointed. I thought you were useless as an individual, but you could sing. But now that that's gone, what do you have left? Do something. Show a talent. Show the people. Do something. Prove you're not useless. Go.
I make documentaries. Sorry, I see you when the film comes out.
Lame. Do a poll, Tristan. Is anybody impressed by Matt Shea?
Okay, poll.
Let's find out if anybody's impressed by Matt Shea.
Is Matt impressive?
The answer is no. You're out. Why do you want to do a video on us? Tell us what's so interesting about Top G, most compendious, richest trillionaire, kickboxing world champion, sexy, tall, smart, rich. I mean, why am I so interesting? Please humor me.
I want to do a documentary about the
here's the
phenomenon
thing,
that
you know,
is
we
you
need
and your
to
brother,
look.
because so many people, especially
No, I
men,
like
seem
that
to
they have
like what you're
two
saying.
attacks,
and I just want to find out.
But I just do
behind your
not like the
philosophy and what makes it tick
fact
Do you like what I say?
that I am
You know that I don't agree with a lot of things that you say,
interested.
but
one-handed
I think
axe,
you're a sweet guy
too red,
on the inside.
too red.
What would you do if a yoga fired you?
If you what?
Yoga fire.
How would you deal with that?
He could shoot fire from his hands.
How would you deal with that?
If you actually sprayed fire out of your hands.
Yoga
me?
fire. Well, how would you handle that? You're making a documentary. You're chatting shit, saying I'm things I'm not, and I yoga fire you. What next?
That would be terrible. I would scream. My skin would probably bubble, and I'd
I do
run
not
away.
like that it
Stop,
is
drop, and roll,
there.
and
Sounds
can I
about right.
survive?
So keep that in mind when you're making this
Over
fucking little
here.
show.
Oh, I'm already terrified. I've seen the knives and the giant fire thing.
It's called a lighter.
Yeah.
When you smoke giant cigars, you need a big lighter.
Where's your
Ah.
cigar?
Fuck.
Yeah, you gave me
Dumb
this actually.
Has it gone out?
It has. Yeah, I have to admit.
Do you think cigars are free?
Amateur hour. That's like $50. You know
Listen,
that.
brokey, smoke it up. You never smoked anything that expensive in your life.
Okay.
You're gonna make a video on me. At least you can smoke a cigar, have some respect. You didn't even sing on my podcast. It's all been a famoose, a fugazi from the beginning.
What do you guys like about these anyway?
They make you strong.
They make you stronger.
Of the 3 people you could see on screen, who would be the 3rd strongest?
Of us three?
Yes.
In terms of what? Physical strength or strength of the heart?
Well, I'd say everything, but let's go physical.
Okay, physical. I think.
You'd be the weakest.
I'd be the weakest.
Who smokes the fewest cigars?
Me, yeah.
You see a correlation.
I see correlation without causation. Yeah.
Yeah. You can come back with the causation part, but you do see a correlation, correct?
Yeah.
I want you to know that
Wonderful.
I've actually been. If you want to talk about correlation and causation, I want you to know that I've actually been protecting you your entire life.
Me specifically?
You specifically. Have you ever been attacked by a tiger?
No, actually.
That's because for your entire life, I have been protecting you from tigers. You may not know this, but I spoke to the Tiger King. I spoke to the Tiger Lords. I spoke to each tiger individually, as well as making sure you were shadowed at all times.
Spoke to Joe Exotic.
Exactly.
That's the-
Shadowed at all
What's
times
this?
by my War Room Elite Tiger Killing Squads to make sure you were never ever attacked by a tiger. The only reason you're not ripped to shreds is because of me. You owe me a massive thank you. You pissed me off. If you piss me
I
off,
really appreciate it.
I will take that away.
Unleash the tigers.
Unleash the tigers, and you'll be walking through central London and you'll be torn to shreds.
Aye.
So you came on this show promising to sing to everybody. I've been protecting you your entire fucking life. I think you owe me at least a little fucking jingle. Do something.
By the way, 68% of the polls said you're unimpressive.
This is your chance to reverse the poll.
Can you ask what the 32% find impressive about me? I'm curious to know.
That is actually a good question.
Oops.
Good
Slot.
question, right?
Yeah.
As
Well
that's
done.
the chat. What is impressive about Matt Shea, the folk singer who won't sing?
What's impressive?
Sing for us. You said, come on, I've been protecting you from tigers your whole life.
Aye.
Have you been bitten by a shark?
No.
There you go. I've been
That-
doing double.
That's down to me, actually. I'm doing the sharks. He's doing the tigers.
We're
Thank you,
keeping
guys.
them all
I
at
really-
bay.
Thank you.
Sing a song.
Nothing. This guy's poor. This guy's a geek. Nothing. He's an NPC. Nothing.
Oh,
He's
I
short.
like this.
That's
kid.
the-
I'm actually not that short.
How tall are you?
I'm
So this is-
5'11" and 3/4 of an inch.
Sorry, you said 5 and
Once you said 5,
Yeah,
it was over.
Short.
Can you sing a song like you
Not very
promised?
nice. I didn't promise that.
You do have an impressive haircut. Somebody said that.
Hey.
One person
Thank you.
of the 8,100 people watching us.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen the clown
Nice
that
that
hides
you
from
have
gay
it.
people?
Have you seen
No, I haven't.
You
seen the
haven't?
clown that hides the gate.
So you've never seen him,
No,
Cool.
and you've been all around the world, right? And you've never seen the clown that hides from gay people.
I still haven't seen him.
Wait,
No.
what?
Is he
Strange.
here somewhere?
Strange. Well, yeah, he's right here. I see him.
I see him.
You don't see him. Strange. Funny that.
Yeah,
Cool.
funny.
So we understand. You've never seen the clown. He won't sing.
Yep.
What else can you add to this podcast?
I
You've
don't know.
not seen the clown. He won't sing. He won't smoke his fucking cigar.
Someone just called him Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay, I mean that's not fair. I literally am in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a bit unfair. All right, let's be nice to our vice friend. Let's be nice.
He's your friend.
He is my friend, and he's going to do a hit piece on me. So let me be nice to him before he does a hit piece.
This is definitely a hit piece. I've warned my brother that this is a setup, and this is what everyone in the
I
chat is saying as well.
don't care. I want everyone in the world to know when you plan on making a hit piece for me, you can sit there editing away, jerking your cock, going, oh, I'm going to make a hit piece, and he's going to really, really upset. I don't care. Do hit pieces. Say bad things about me.
It's
I'm
useless.
uninterested. I've
We've-
clearly conquered the internet. I'm clearly unstoppable. I'm like the Borg.
You've invited the liberal news media to come
They
document
can
our
all
lives.
come. I'm like the Borg. The more you shoot me with your phasers, the more I adapt. Harder to kill.
Just don't look in that room because our kidnap victims are in that room.
Yeah, I like
Correct.
this.
Here, Vice, let me show you a video of my Bugatti, which costs $5.2 million.
Big Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, real bad man in the blood clot. You understand, eh?
I like this. Yes.
Hello.
Laxo. Goodbye.
God hasn't abandoned us.
Obviously not. What happened to Andrew? Andrew. Yeah, by the way, let's see.
Think
how
of my
this
super expensive
thing
Bugatti
is
Chiron
going.
Pure Sport, one of only 50 in the world,
we
one of my 27
actually-
supercars.
They're going to
Let's talk
say
about it.
it's in Germany getting its tire changed, and they're going to say that we don't own one. That's what they're going to
You
do.
know, I wasn't going to say that, but you saying that does beg the question.
Yeah, Tristan, why are you giving the liberal media ideas?
Yeah.
Exactly. The fact that our name's stitched into the seats is clearly a scam. Right, we got some super chats. We got some questions here. Let's see if we got any questions for you. $500 super chat. Shout out to the Tate brothers.
That's
We've
very
conquered the
loud.
internet. Respect, brother. Thank you very much.
Oh wait, I need wait. Okay, now we're here. Let's see the best way. Not best thing. Item. What is it called? Item filter for beginner. Templar. Path of Exile, Reddit. Let's see the thing. So some blah 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 blah. I can see anything. That's what, but I didn't jump now. Blah 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 blah. POVvault.com. Well, please, that's the thing. Which Ranger Templar? You know what? It's not important.
Thank you very much.
That's
Smooth Black Alex.
That's from my boy Smooth Black Alex. He said it's his entry fee for Romania. He's driving through Romania. He's going to come see us next week. So Smooth Black Alex, you're welcome anytime. Can't wait to see you, bro.
See if we have any questions for
So
our friend here.
this guy just paid $500
No.
to you guys.
Well, no, he paid $500 to the Save Joe Exotic Fund because that's where all the money goes.
All the money goes to saving Joe Exotic because we're going to save him. Have you watched Tiger King?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Have I been protecting you from tigers? Yes or no?
Yeah. Apparently.
Okay. We
When he
all
said
know.
he spoke to the King of Tigers, who do you think he was referring to?
Have you not seen the video on my YouTube where I call him in jail and say that Carol Baskin fucked him up and I'm going to get him out?
Oh.
You
Well,
don't even watch my YouTube channel.
We're raising money. All the super chats here. Do I look like I need money? Maybe if
yes.
you keep burning my cigars and not smoking them properly, I'm going to go bankrupt. But until then, I don't need money. So the money goes to help our boy Joe Exotic.
You need to watch my Tate speech and learn about our missions in life. You watch Tiger King, right? You do believe that Joe Exotic should be free.
I don't really remember the plot.
He was trying to run a tiger business. Everyone started telling stories about him and lying to the police about him and shit. Horrible. Poor guy.
This is what happens when you save a guy from tigers his whole life. He has no respect for the tiger.
Doesn't, does he?
Won't even sing a song.
Doesn't. Wait, are Vice going to call us weird names like racist and homophobic? Because Joe Exotic is a homosexual and all of our money goes to help him out. So
That's true.
I just want to put that out there before you guys start labeling us with stupid labels.
I also want to put out there, if you guys decide to do a hit piece, that you are a cisgendered white male, and I am an ethnic minority. I am half African American, as you can tell, and as a person of color, I find it extremely offensive when you do a hit piece. And that will be my reply, because I think that's why you're doing it. A bunch of white men have turned up to my house. They're filming me as a person of color, and they intend on trying to paint me in a negative light. If I was white like all of you, you wouldn't do that. So keep that in mind.
That's
The leader of the War Room, the highest ranking member of the War Room outside myself and my brother, is a Jew as well. So before you start saying stupid things, because I don't trust you 1%. I don't want you
Sing
in
a
my
song.
house.
Sing like you
You're
promised.
upset, but this,
Sing a song.
Andrew, it's a setup. This guy's the friendly face. They send him here. Well, I haven't
Sing a
said this.
song.
And his editor and his voiceover guy are going to be like, well, you know.
You promised to sing to me.
I've just sat here. I've said.
If
It's a
you
setup.
think I won't kick Vice out of my house, I don't care. How long did
you creating a straw man?
How long did you fly? How long did it take you to fly here?
About 3 hours.
Would you be upset if the documentary and all ended and I just kicked you out right now? What would you do?
I'd be very upset. Please don't do
You
that.
got
You're
fired.
gonna have to leave, bro. You're gonna have to leave. I'm sorry. Don't make me call the security. I don't look. I'll give you some chance.
Well,
Are we done with this guy?
I think.
A few more minutes, or are we done with
No,
it?
no. You can sing now, or you're off the pod.
That's fair.
I don't think I can sing.
Why not? Just sing a little jingle.
Oh, yeah,
I can't sing when I'm nervous.
guy.
Sing the Mr. Producer song.
I'm dead. Is it?
Oh, I see. Because we're half black, we're violent.
Is that what it is?
Is it racism?
Typical
Is that the card he's playing?
cisgendered white male.
Trying to bring
typical.
down the black
We
man.
can see how they're coming at us. It's fine. No,
Horrible.
it's no problem.
No,
Hit piece. It's fine.
You
No
know
problem.
I haven't said any
Don't
of
worry
this
about it.
stuff.
Just because I'm wearing a gun, I'm violent. Is that how it is? Just because I got knives all over the table and I'm a kickboxing world champion, I'm violent.
Well, it's actually, that's something I might maybe respond to. If you are wearing a gun and you have knives, that does make you a little bit.
It makes no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Makes me security aware. Security conscious.
If you have a knife and fork in your hand, you're a violent man.
With the knife and fork I used to cut my meal.
I use
It
these things for other. He used it to cut the cigar.
Yeah, did I not use the knife to cut your cigar?
What would you do if a pigeon came in here? You'd ask me, pull the
I have
strap,
no idea
kill the
what it is.
pigeon. That's what
I
you
would
do.
know I wouldn't.
Pest control. Listen, I'm tired of being accused of things. This is absolutely
You've
unacceptable in my
accused
own
yourself
house.
of things.
Absolutely unacceptable. Do we kick him off the pod?
Well, it's got to be a poll. It's got to be a poll.
It's gonna be a poll. Do we keep him or do we kick him off?
Keep Matt.
Kick him off.
Yes or
Kick
no?
him off. Wait, is that?
In the meantime,
Well, what's the point of
let's
having the Euro?
talk about. Here, do you want to see? Should I put on the screen? Should I show the rest of the Vice crew to the people at home?
Yo, what?
So that's the rest of the Vice crew.
They seem like a lovely bunch of guys. They're good dancing.
Yeah,
They're handsome.
Yeah.
yeah, but they sent their singer to our pod. You didn't even see. So they're here, and they're doing a documentary on me, which is going to be very fair and unbiased. I'm extremely sure. And they lied to me about singing, but here they are. And it's
I want everyone to know that I'm being dragged into this. I'm agreeing to the documentary because Andrew thinks it's a good idea, and as his brother, I trust his judgment. But man, do I dislike these people.
I know it's not. It's gonna be fine. No problem. What they say on the poll?
It's 51%, so you got a few more votes, guys.
It's close.
It's 51% to keeping you. Keep Matt. Yes, 51%.
Guys, like the video if you're watching.
Yeah, press the like button, share it with your friends. Message needs to go worldwide.
So Matt, why did you decide to make documentaries? Let's educate the people at home. Talking to the mic if you don't mind.
Because I'm just really interested in the world. Sorry, I'm just interested in the world. I'm interested in
Sorry,
the
what?
people in it, and you two are,
So how do I get
at the
there?
very least, very interesting people, and I want to know what's behind that.
How old were you when you made your first one? What was your first documentary about?
My first documentary was about shit. I don't even remember. I've done so many. Any of you know what my first documentary was about? Oh, it was about competitive gaming. Yeah, it was about esports.
That actually leads into something very interesting because I've been going on Twitch lately, making all the Twitch records. Anywhere I go, everyone watches. And Twitch is a cesspool. It's a cesspool
Disgusting.
of
Yeah, that's
degeneracy
kidding.
and sadness and just weakness. You have 15-year-olds getting paid millions.
What I don't understand is this. These people could command audiences of millions, 500,000 per stream while they're playing video games, and every single person watching them aspires to sit in a chair, get fat, play video games. I tell guys, do some push-ups, and I'm horrible for some reason.
You're a
Like I have
misogynist.
haters come at me for saying that, do some push-ups and be healthy.
You're a misogynist, Tristan. But yeah,
Why do you guys think that you have haters?
we have haters because we say things that are provocative. I'm not ignorant. I know what I say. I know why it upsets people, and it's fine.
And also the way that the world works, I believe that our haters believe that we're wrong. And I completely understand that. And I get why they think that they are right and I am wrong.
Why
but
do I die?
the sheep thinks the wolf's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. The sheep thinks the wolf's wrong. And a lot of it's like ostrich, right?
No,
So
wait, what did
it's very easy
that-
for people to say, that doesn't matter anymore. We live in a civilized society, but it's really just hiding your head in the sand.
It's coke.
What does it feel like when people react, when the haters react to something
So
that you
what's
say or do?
this
I think it's funny.
First
Yeah, I feel
bomb?
nothing.
I like that.
It's
Someone
genuinely
call it
hilarious.
Rolex.
I do find it extremely funny that I can control people's emotions like that. I've not outsourced the ability to upset me to anybody else. If I want to be upset, it's my own conscious decision. If anybody can control your emotions, they can control you. If I can make you happy or sad, I can control and influence how you act and how you think and what you do. So to some degree, you're a slave. I'm absolutely apathetic to the opinions of other people because if they can make me happy or sad, even happy, people giving me praise really has no effect. And people being sad to me, people being mean to me, really has no effect. I don't get
see
sad or
what
happy
got
either way.
here.
It's all internal.
Yeah.
It's, I decide
We're in
myself.
Skype.
Otherwise, you're controlled. I don't want to be controlled by anybody.
Well, everybody seems to like your questions and they voted for you to stay, which brings me on to my answer to your exact question. It's like a poll because you're talking about people who come at you and hate you on the internet, etc. So here's what will happen. I'll look at my Instagram inbox if I ever have time. And there'll be 10 to 15 beautiful women saying, "Oh, I'd love to come and hang out with you. Oh, I'd love you to come here. When are you next in Israel or LA or Ethiopia? Or when are you here?" And beautiful women will write me this.
Flame
And someone
Toad.
will send me some message of some overweight troll
Now we need
talking
some
about how
ad, like,
horrible I am, and I'm just like,
Flame Toad.
that's
This
democracy, isn't it? I don't care. Like, why would that bother me? When
Holy
all of the women
flame
that I think
Toad.
I'd like to associate with are, are reaching out. But obviously, I'm a good Christian man, and I
like
never
that.
respond to those messages.
Right. So you want to tell them that you're here for a war room test, aren't you, Mr.
Yeah. Why are you here in my house?
Yeah,
Justify it to me.
well, yeah, I've been basically asked to invited to participate in the war room. I have no idea what's in store.
Yeah, so
But I'm a willing participant.
a willing participant. That's
It
right.
means that we can also make a film and get to know you guys.
Yeah, correct. So the war
like
room
that.
has events 5 times a year, and you're coming to an event called The Test, which is a rite of passage for men. It's something that people can do and complete to say that they've done it and completed it. It's designed to be difficult both mentally and physically. You knew you were coming to this, so I trust for the last few months you've been preparing rigorously, obviously.
but
I actually haven't at all.
What
Is
have
that
you
bad?
been doing?
Esports.
Not very much, to be honest.
Tell us an average day in the life of Matt, the filmmaker.
Walk my dog, do work, walk my dog again,
Boom.
go to
Stay
sleep.
sharp out there.
That's not going to prepare you for the test.
How many push-ups do you do per day?
Hello.
On days that I work out, I'll sometimes do 40 or 50 push-ups.
Well, you do work out. That's
Sometimes.
good.
Sometimes.
What's the most mentally challenging thing that's happened to you in the past 2 years?
While we live, we are blessed.
The most mentally challenging things that have happened to me. I mean, I've done some documentaries about some very difficult things. I did a documentary about death. It was about euthanasia. I had to get to know
So
people
often
and kind of
yeah.
watch them die.
I get that, yeah.
That
like
was
that.
difficult
like
to
that.
face death, in that way.
Yep.
Emotionally difficult, and
Are you ready to face it again?
am I facing death?
We face
again?
we face death every day.
That's how it works, my friend.
Do
Welcome
we?
to the test. It's going to be very interesting. I will really want to see how you do. You are being judged.
Is there a risk of death?
There's always a risk of death.
The risk of death flying to Romania, the plane might crash.
Okay,
There's
but
a
is
risk of
there
death involved in
more of a
everything.
risk of death?
Don't
than you
worry.
on a
Why
plane?
you worry? Don't worry about it.
Fishing for spoilers.
Don't worry about it, bro. Just sing a song. Be happy. You're going to be fine. What's there to worry about? I actually have a little trailer for the test that's coming, and I'll play it. That might give some indication as to what's happening, but that's about it. So that's the most difficult thing you think you face in the last 2 years. And how often do you train or work out or that kind of thing?
Oh, up and down. So there have been years where I've worked out every day, and there's been years where I've worked out never.
What's the difference in your mentality when that happens? Do you feel different inside?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel worse when I'm not exercising.
So when you were talking earlier, when I
Like
asked us to rate us on strength, you said, "What about strength of heart? What about strength of mind? What do you do every day to prepare yourself for strength of heart and strength of mind? What do you do to train those attributes?"
Because we do physical training to prepare them. Because I think a strong body is a strong mind. How do you think you can have a strong mind without a stronger body?
No, I think you're probably right. I think they definitely go hand in hand. I would say to have a strong heart, you have to be open and sensitive, unafraid of showing your emotions, unafraid to cry, to hug your fellow man.
Unafraid of showing your emotions is very dangerous. I think men have testosterone, and if you give a big, strong man the blank check of showing your emotions whenever you like, that's the kind of guy who's going to end up beating his children or beating his wife or assaulting somebody or hurting people. I think that men need the ability to suppress their emotions. Do you disagree?
I think there's definitely times when suppressing emotions are good. But
You ever been angry and wanted to hit somebody?
Of course.
Oh, I think real men really express their emotions. So you should have hit that guy and then been jailed.
Yeah, just knock them out.
Yeah. Isn't that what you're saying?
Express your emotions.
Can I ask you a question? Do you guys ever hug each other?
I hug people. There's nothing wrong with hugging people. There's nothing wrong with being.
Do you ever hug each other though?
Sometimes.
Yeah. What is wrong with that? It's not like a
There's nothing wrong with that.
Shake hands, hug each other. I think that a lot of modern society, and I really just dislike this, is trying to make platonic male friendships gay, or trying to make fun of platonic male love and platonic male friendships. I love my friends. I take a bullet for my friends. I've stood up against armed men for my brother. You know, when you read classical literature, if you're a fan of Alexander Dumas and you read his Three Musketeers novels, they'll say things to each other like "I love you with all of my heart," and that was written in the 1800s. Nowadays, you tell your friend that, and suddenly people want to make fun of you. People want to call you gay. That's There's nothing wrong with loving your friends and loving your brothers and giving them hugs and, you know.
Do you
I
love
think
your,
it's very healthy.
Do you love your friends, Matt?
Yeah, definitely.
Would you die for your friends?
Some of them.
Okay, some. That's fair. If you had to go to war, would you call your friends or would you try and find someone else?
I prefer your friends.
Yeah. So
If
why?
it was a war?
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't
Yeah.
blame you. But-
Oh, actually, I take that back. Okay, because obviously I want to make sure that my army is fighting, ethically and following the Geneva Convention.
Do you
and all
actually?
that, and I don't know. Yeah. I
What
would
if the
like to
enemy
set an
isn't?
example to
What if the enemy is?
Well, then I'd like to show my moral strength is greater than them.
You
By
wanna show-
dying.
Correct. You want to die in a ditch for your moral strength?
If it means dying in a ditch, then yeah, I would say if it means that we were able to fight a just war.
Lie.
History is written by the victor. History is written by the victor, and you're going to go down in history as those who lost and those who were wrong because you're all dead. So if your enemy is using tactics that you disagree with, why would you stick to the rules? If I'm playing chess with you and I just move my pieces over yours and completely break all of the rules, why would you sit there trying to make fair moves instead of just tipping the board over and saying, fuck this?
You're going to die, and they're going to say that you broke the convention anyway because they're going to write the history book. So what's the point in dying?
I mean, again, I'm just here to observe, and I don't want to get too into it. But I guess because,
Answer the question.
cruelty and being immoral begets
Mr.
more
Ring.
cruelty and immorality. And if we had an army, I would hope that they would
Mark
try and be less cruel.
Very
That's more-
idealistic of you. Unrealistic,
Perhaps,
There was a
but
time,
idealistic.
Yeah. In the age of chivalry and gentlemanly warfare, this was a concept that you could actually apply. People would fight their one battle, the kings would write each other notes and letters, divide up the territory, etc. But the modern world doesn't work that way, and the world has only ever worked that way for a period of about 200 years in Europe. Besides that, it's dog eat dog out there.
Let's
And I would
show-
advise you to
Yeah.
fix up.
Let's show our man the test video that was made years ago before Corona. And this is what's coming to you. So pay attention to the screen. Now you can't hear the sound, but the sound is just music.
Can they hear us speaking? Wow, this does worry me. Ooh,
That guy just died.
I recall there should be a boss.
What do you think you're gonna have to go through? If you had to guess what it is, what do you think it is?
Yo,
I mean, is it like a physical training regimen that's really intense?
There's no training.
Jesus, it's terrifying.
No training. What else do you
I don't know. I'm just getting more and more sort of worried about it every time you say something new.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah, it's fine. Right, we have to do our normal broadcasting.
Okay.
It's been very, very nice to have you on the show. You've been extremely interested. Your singing voice has disappointed absolutely nobody. I want you to know that you've been a fantastic guest, and you are welcome back anytime.
Thank you very much.
You're not.
And
He is, Tristan, he is.
look out for the film.
Yeah, he is. Matt is welcome back anytime. While we move, I'm going to play TikTok of my Jacob & Co. watch, because I can do this.
Quand il n'est plus là, j'aimerais tellement lui dire que je n'ose pas lui kiffer. Tourner dans le vide, tourner dans le vide, tourner dans le vide, la vie tourner dans le Quand il n'est plus là, j'aimerais tellement lui dire que je n'ose pas lui kiffer. Tourner dans le vide, tourner dans le vide, tourner dans le vide, la vie tourner dans le
Right, so just kick Vice out the house.
So your mates are off the show, finally.
Your mates, not my mates.
I didn't invite them here.
They're here to do a fucking hit piece on you.
Oh, they don't
I'm
hit
loved.
me.
The internet loves me.
Bro, this is going to be the worst documentary about us.
What they gonna
Ever.
say? What they gonna say?
I don't.
He has a big house. He has lots of cars and money. All the women love him. He's sexist. Oh no! Please don't put that on the internet. Who cares?
There are worse things.
It's like, who gives a shit, right? Whatever. So Vice are here. Obviously, the whole world wants to understand the genius and magic behind the top G, top striker. Of course.
Last question for him was what color did you
Yeah, it's broken.
get? Yeah.
All right, what other super chats?
See-through.
See-through.
Right. Just a good super chats. Samuel Johns. Bruh, y'all geniuses. I also play chess and box. I need to believe it takes one for office in 2024. I guess the question here is, would you ever run for office? No. But please.
Yeah, I'm interested in conquering the world. I'm interested in running the war room. The war room is the only country on the earth that matters.
Is
Any
there
other
a
country
door
in the guise of a
pathway
nation
so like I
state
can spawn
by the
around
old
here?
paradigms of thinking is a false god. The idea that America, Canada, England, etc. are independent entities that even matter is completely and utterly the wrong way to see the world. You need to find a
So,
tribe
like,
of people
I need
who are
more
aligned with you, no matter what country they are in. You need to communicate. You need a way to work towards a common goal, and that's what the world is, and that's what I run. The war room is the most powerful country on the planet already.
You now have too many enemies within the gates, so there's no point in signing up for the army and going to fight the non-terrestrial enemies, because when you return home, try to rescue with a knife in your back. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, we'll quickly address the chat because everyone keeps saying Tate versus Paul, blah, blah, blah. Listen,
yes.
Logan Paul's a wrestler now, I heard. I thought he was doing WWF. I saw he did a call-out video, but he doesn't have a Bugatti. I offered to buy him one.
I am one.
Should I buy him a Bugatti?
I think, everyone knows my
Should I
opinions.
buy a brand new $5 million Bugatti and drop it to his house and say, listen, bro, you said I wouldn't be relevant next year, but you're obviously broke now, so let's just shake hands, be friends. Here, you're a brokey, here's a Bugatti.
Seeing
I
you in
died.
the WWE would actually be pretty cool. And I have to say, I watched a few of the clips. There's a lot of athleticism involved.
Bro,
It's
I'm
clearly-
ready.
It's clearly been trained.
I'll pull the strap.
You don't put. That's not how WWE works.
It is,
It
bro.
is not how it works.
It is. I'm from a different world. Like all these YouTubers and stuff, they grew up in America, now they're YouTubers. Cool. I made my money on the streets. I'm living out here. I've been through, anyone who's a big fan of mine, they know what I've been through. I've been shot and stabbed, been through it all. Been through all this, and you're going to talk
Shot
to me.
at.
Okay,
Shot
whatever.
at.
Talk about fucking WWE. I'm ready. Royal Rumble. But yeah, I'm going to buy Logan Paul today.
Is that the plan?
That's what I've decided to do.
Is that the plan?
I just want to, I'm a nice guy, bro. I'm out here, I'm a nice guy. Like, obviously, I'm the most dangerous man on the planet, of course, but I'm also a very, very nice man. If he wants spaghetti, he can have one. All he has to do is say yes, please, and I'll send him one. Where the fuck even is he? Where does he live?
California, I guess. I don't know. Someone like that.
So I'll send him a baguette. Yeah, whatever. We'll just take out the fucking, put on the car.
I offered. You don't know. The world doesn't know this. I offered to train Logan Paul once, but when he had his rematch with KSI, what was the name of the club? We were in the exact same club as him. I was about 5 feet away from him.
L.A.
At the LA. I can't remember the name of the club. But Logan, I was in exactly the same club as you after you lost your very close rematch with KSI, and I always liked you bringing this back. This I have beef with you. I'm gonna box you. And I said to this waitress, some bottle bimbo, you know what? Go tell Logan Paul that the kickboxing European champion and world champion are in the house, and we offer to train him for his next fight. And this girl comes over to me and says, "Oh, I can't go up and talk to him. There's too many people around him." So you narrowly missed out on the training of a lifetime.
I am no
so
beast
narrowly
of
missed out. I was about 5 feet from you.
Speaking of WWF, The Rock used my quote the other day.
Yeah, The Rock did use your quote, and it's formatted wrong.
It's for me.
James.
James. I'm trying to make the video fit the screen, but I can't, even though I'm Mr. Producer, best in the world.
See,
so...
the Rock, if you're watching, I hope you heard that and didn't remember Andrew's name, but I think you must have. Hey, I heard this quote the other day, but I'm not sure where from. Then he directly quoted you. Come on, Rock, man. Come on, Dwayne.
Nah, I mean,
Give credit where credit's due, bro.
Nah.
Maybe he just
Doesn't
saw the clip.
yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Here,
Good for him.
the Rock used my quote. Here.
It's cool.
I heard this quote the other day that I want to share with you guys. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but it goes like this. The person who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how they feel, will always beat the person who goes to the gym when they feel like going to the gym.
The man who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how he feels, will always beat the man who goes to the gym when he feels like going to the gym.
I'll tell you something about life, the winners always understand each other.
Yeah.
I say things and people sit there and go, Tate's the worst thing that happened to the internet. He's misogynist. He's an idiot. And if you ever to click on their profiles, you look at these people and you do not want to be their life. You don't want to live their lives.
Yeah.
You don't want to be them. Whether they're male, female,
How do
whatever.
I get rid of
Please
this?
understand that their worldview, their ideas, come from a place that you don't want to exist. You look at them, you don't want to be them. But winners always understand each other. I say
Is there
something,
actual
The Rock
town?
hears
Like,
it
how
and
do
goes,
I
yes,
kill
I agree
this
with him.
guy?
He's completely not utterly right. Losers hear me and start calling me names.
Mm.
So
What's this
the winners have
argument
always
search?
understood each other throughout
Actually.
history. It's hard to say Dwayne Johnson's not one of the most famous, most successful winners on the
Oh,
planet.
absolutely.
And he understands exactly what I'm talking about. He understands about how we have to go to the gym and work hard and train and do things that we don't want to do and we don't feel like doing them. It's the only way to become successful.
Well, his life story is a testament to that.
Correct. And people are going to sit there and go, oh, Andrew is insensitive and he's wrong. And you look at their profiles and they'll be skinny fat sitting there drinking a soy latte. Who do you want to listen to? It's really simple.
If The
So
Rock
like-
just said that, he'd get no hate at all. And
Yeah.
he did say that, and I guarantee there's nobody calling him names or a misogynist or an elitist or of whatever.
I've yet to see a hater whose life I want.
Mm.
Every single person who hates on me is just like,
Still
you
alive,
can tell
are we?
he's a bit sad.
Founded by
'cause he's
Marseille.
always very angry, making videos.
Rose.
He's out of shape.
The eternal.
Like his life just looks
Those
shit.
are my-
There's I never see a
That hat
big
Vestal
winning
wears?
guy who has his
This is
life
the
in order,
one.
who's winning and comes
seen
along
me.
and doesn't like. All the
That
winners love
medicine
me.
chick.
It's just the losers, the desperate, sad, upset guys, just sitting there complaining. It's just like, bro, get off the internet.
Even that whole entourage on that video we were just talking about with Logan Paul, they seem to like you. They seem to like you, but those guys are at the top of the social media game. you know?
Completely.
It's
I'm here to stay.
it's credit where credit's
I'm here to
due.
stay. I took over.
One sec, your mate from Vice didn't finish his fucking cigar.
What, your mate?
Your mate.
Your mate?
See, I would actually smoke this to make a point, but
Don't worry, he's gonna get smoked all right.
oh, he's gonna get smoked. he's up for the test.
Farewell.
Watch this documentary because he's gonna get smoked.
He's gonna
This
get
is neither the time nor the
Oh.
place.
Yo,
That's gonna be
fuck.
over.
I must
You're on
have
fire?
time to
Your mate
gather
stole
my
your light.
will.
You didn't know what it was. Called it a big fire thing, and he's doing a documentary. Jesus.
Your mate.
Better stop calling that guy my mate. He's not my mate.
So winners always understand each other. So The Rock understands me. I understand him. Go to buy Logan Paul a Bugatti. The other guy, Mike, who's with Logan Paul all the time, he's quite funny. I've been following him on Instagram.
Yeah, it's cool.
So I'm on to buy more Bugattis. Listen, I'll buy a Bugatti a day. Like, I'm that guy. People underestimate that I am the world's first trillionaire. I say this and people go, oh, he's not that rich. I am literally the world's first trillionaire, Elon. I win. I'm the world's first trillionaire. I will buy every Bugatti on the planet at once and just hand them out like candy. Watch me. I'm that guy.
So if Logan reaches out saying, please buy me a Bugatti, you're saying publicly you will buy him a Bugatti.
I'll buy a Bugatti, no problem. Sure.
All right, Logan, free car.
No problem, let's do it.
Just don't sell it and buy something else like Pokemon
Not really-
cards.
Nah, we'll put something in the contract. Boom, boom. Has to keep the Bugatti. Has to listen to Mr. Producer song on the stereo whenever he's driving.
We stitch his name into the seats like ours. Paul in the headrest.
Whenever he drives the Bugatti, he has to listen to the Mr. Producer song.
That you can what? So you were gonna get Bugatti to set the radio
Power
up to
please,
play that
and
song continuously,
merry-go-round.
loudest volume. So
Don't
whenever
tell
you drive it,
Tate.
that's what happens.
I like this one for sure. Copper sword. Ah,
Right. So,
that
buying
should-
Bugattis, that's all done. Bam, 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 bam.
Boom.
Now, we get a lot of questions about Take Confidential. Anyone who's a big fan of ours will realize that our vlog Take Confidential we've taken off of YouTube. We have moved to Odyssey. Because Take Confidential, we're stepping it up.
We're stepping it up. Series 3 is coming.
Series 3 is coming. So what we're doing on YouTube is we release a trailer of the episode, and you have to click the link and watch it on Odyssey. There's a reason we are doing that, because we're going to up the
Farewell.
game.
Oh, we're up in the game.
We cannot be censored. We cannot be stopped.
It's
we cannot
all
be restricted.
access.
Can't be controlled. It's about to go off the chain. So if you're a Take Confidential fan, you need to still stay subscribed to the channel, watch the trailers, and click on the link. You can go to Odyssey, and you can look in Take Confidential, and you can see the whole series there. The series is going to continue on
Yes.
Odyssey, and we're going to conquer the world. We're about to step it up. That's a quick answer of what that is.
Yeah.
Same thing for Tate TV. I spoke about in the last podcast, the last emergency meeting, that Tate TV is running 24/7. That's running 24/7 with a QR code. You can scan the QR code anytime if you want to get more access to Hustles University. Or the merchandise, which we're about to talk about in a second. And also, Tate TV has original content, unique things you won't see anywhere else. So whenever you have free time, you want power, tune into Tate TV.
Yep.
And that brings us on to the merch. The merchandise has officially launched.
It's officially launched.
Right, so let me put a picture up. I put some pictures up on the last emergency meeting live. But we're officially live now. So, pal, wait, Mr. Producer.
You're Mr. Producering. That's not even a. It's not even a word.
It is. It is. So the merch is officially live at topg.com. Topg.com. The merch is live. We spoke about it on the last episode about how we only want people to come up to us and ask for a photo if they're wearing the merch, because we're getting 100 to 200 photo requests a day. If you're not wearing the merch, you're not getting one. If you buy any merch and you have it on, you take a cool photo, tag us on Instagram, we'll share it. The merchandise is for the real soldiers we know who are about it. About it from the streets. From the streets, on their way up. That's what the merch is for. So the merchandise is officially live, topg.com. It's going to be gangster. I'm keeping it as cheap as possible to deliver all around the world. Blah blah blah. 'Cause I want the army. I want you walking down the street wearing one and see someone else wearing one.
yeah,
Just know
change
that's someone who's
this.
about it.
We need a T-shirt. Apparently, this is a good idea. For all those people who live in certain countries, I'm not going to name them. This is a failed
Well, the
society
fire alarm.
on a T-shirt.
You're right. We have endless ideas.
We have endless ideas. This is just the starting. This is just the starting selection of merchandise.
Yeah. Every single week we're going to add new collections and we're going to remove some.
Yeah.
So my plan is, because I know there's going to be someone out there who's smart, who's going to have one piece of everything. So after a year, anyone who has one piece of everything, we can fly over here and bring them over to the podcast, blah, blah, blah. But each week, we're going to remove 3 pieces and add 3 new pieces. So every single week, when we do an emergency meeting, there's going to be, we've taken these 3 away, and we've added these 3. So it's going to be constantly changing, constantly evolving. But right now, the starting set of the merchandise is live on topg.com.
What? One moment. On topg.com, yeah?
Topg.com.
Right.
Sorry, but the
Don
guy did with it
JT just said pre-recorded. I'm saying your name because it's not fucking pre-recorded. James, can you ban Don JT? That's proof it's not pre-recorded for anyone who's watching the chat. Motherfucker. Why would I pre-record this? You can actually see the sun shining on my face because we're broadcasting a lot earlier than usual. You can actually see sweat. Slight sweat on my forehead because I've decided not to tell myself to stop sweating today because I haven't got a Savile Row tailored suit on to ruin.
Samuel Jones, $500 super chat. Respect, bro. Find me on IG. All right,
I've already taken a picture of that. I've taken a picture of that, and I'm gonna follow you on IG, man.
Respect. Top
See what you
G,
have to say.
$200 super chat. Top G's respect. Two Black Alex is on his way. Nice, nice. Good to know. Bro, awesome. So all this money goes off. We're ready to get out. Next subject.
Go do it,
So
guys.
yeah, the merch is launched, guys. You can go to the topgs.com. Like I said, everything's going to change each week. So if you want something, get it now. Tate TV we talked about. Take Up Editor we talked about. The test is coming. Getting worldwide celebrities' attention. I've got the attention of The Rock. We've already just talked about that. I've shown you my Jacob & Co. video. That's actually on the Jacob & Co. TikTok. So the official Jacob & Co. TikTok put that video up. And the caption was, "What color is your Bugatti?" I think Bugatti should give me a free car.
Oh yeah, we can give it to Logan.
Think of how much advertising I've brought to these guys.
Well, the thing is, like, Bugatti's an amazing brand and they make amazing machines. But most people who buy Bugattis, you know, they'll take it and, you know, they'll put it in their garage somewhere in the desert or in the Russian oligarch mansion house, etc. Me and you, how many countries has that Bugatti been in? How many miles has it done? We hit the streets in that car. Smoking. Got pretty girls in there doing their makeup, dropping lipstick on it, etc., etc. Now, a lot of people who care about preserving assets will be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're letting girls smoke in your car." Whoever designed the Bugatti, the brief, I've met the engineers, they want people like us to own them. They want us to tear around mountain roads. They want us to pick up beautiful women. They want us to go to the opera and the bars and the clubs in that car. That's why it was designed. It is not a work of art to be treasured and put behind a glass screen. It is a motor vehicle, and I'm gonna fucking drive ours.
Correct. We've also got more cars coming. We need to do something on cars. I'd actually like to do a car review channel, but I just don't have time.
We don't have the time.
Because we've got brand new cars. We've got a new 765 McLaren on the way. We've got a Tech Art GTR, which is a 911 Turbo S, which they built.
Yep.
We've got a DBS Aston Martin on the way. We've got a GT4 RS and the new GT3 RS. I bought both of those Porsches.
And McLaren 765 LT.
Yeah, we got that.
This is
Spider
good
and
because
coupe.
it
We've
has
got
two
the
red
McLaren,
Aston Martin.
the Maserati MC20.
MC20 Spider. Bought that.
Are you
forgot about
forgetting
that.
all of our cars?
Yeah, I've got the Aston Martin Valhalla on the way.
That's going to be at least 2 years.
So what is that? 9 cars? Bought and paid for on the way.
Counting.
Who's counting?
Our,
And I've
our
already got-
haters.
and I've already
So
got
they
one.
can run the license plates and find that they're fully paid for. Yeah. Enjoy.
Yeah, so that's the car game. So I'm thinking of doing like a car channel. I wish I could find someone. I don't like people driving my cars, so I'd outsource it.
Nah, I don't. We've got the Lada. I'll buy another one.
Do you have any pictures of the Lada to show?
No, it's been on Emergency Meeting Live. It's been on Emergency Meeting Live before. I'm thinking of buying about, how many Ladas can we afford? About 400 million. I'm thinking of buying every Lada that currently exists. We certainly have enough money for that.
I want to test something while we're live. Download Stage 10 app.
Me?
Yes, you. I'm gonna.
Stage 10 app.
Correct.
How much time is this going to take? Do another super chat while I'm fucking around with this.
Just download the Stage 10 app. I've sent you a link inside of Telegram, and I want you to download the Stage 10 app and then click the link, and we're gonna see if you can go live from your phone, and then you can walk outside and show our cars and talk about things. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be some amazing producing by me for me to be able to feed to your phone live to the world? Don't you admit that would be impressive? Do you admit it?
Whatever.
Yes or no?
Just that would be kind of good.
Okay, good.
But we
So-
haven't got all of our cars here.
It's fine. It's fine. While you do that, I'm gonna talk to the people at home. I'll move you off the screen and put videos
sorry?
in there instead, so it doesn't.
Don't put something stupid. I'm not
not
looking.
stupid.
It's definitely stupid.
It's not, bro. It's not, bro.
Connecting to the broadcast. You're ready to join. Join.
You can join. Mute it.
Muted.
How do I use? Here you are. 1 second.
This is the emergency meeting studio. Let's see.
Wait, I'm gonna try and split screen. How? If I split screen your phone and a real thing, then I am the #1 Mr. Producer.
They can hear me talk
Guess
from my phone.
submerge pass.
I don't know if they can hear you
pass.
twice. Mr. Producer
So this is the emergency meeting live studio.
makes the best shows.
Got the cameras here.
Mr.
Gotta
Producer
Gotta keep the blinky on
got
hand.
all them hoes.
So
Mr.
where am I going?
Producer. Guys, can you hear Tristan talking from his microphone?
Testing. You can read the chat. It comes up on my
Guys,
laptop.
can you hear him talking on his mic?
Something.
Yeah, they can. Bro,
can.
I'm the best producer of any show.
Okay, this is a good
Bro.
idea. I apologize.
Yeah, you admit it's sick.
I admit it.
Go show them some cars.
Okay, for all of those who think this is some rented podcast studio, I'm about to do a live tour of some of the cars. Because most of our cars aren't here.
Mr. Producer, he makes the best shows.
Mr. Producer.
Mr.
This is our security
Producer,
office.
it's got all them
Bro, I don't want to show you on
hoes.
camera. I don't want to show on camera. I don't want anyone seeing my
Oh.
security guard. So this, Andrew, you talk through the cars. I'll point at them and you talk. I can hear you.
Bruv, you talk. I can't hear you through
I
the
need
mic
more
thing.
mana,
You talk.
'cause I use more
So this is a
damage.
Rolls Royce Wraith Black Badge. One of my favorite cars to drive around at the moment. Very, very comfortable. Space for women in the back. I'm going to save the best for last. You all know what that is.
Their eyes.
This is...
I could just take him off the emergency.
Are you
meeting
whispering
now,
shit?
And you wouldn't even know.
I hear you
And you'd just
fine.
be walking around talking about cars. And
I hear you. And I can see the feed also.
think about that. I think Mr.
Right.
Producer's not smart. But if
I'm
I
not
cut
talking
his
over you.
speed and only talk to you guys, and he comes back after half an hour.
No, no, no,
"Oh,
I'm
talk
not
about the
coming
cars."
back.
No one's listening
I
to
come
you.
back.
No one fucking listen to you, bro. This is my show.
I'm coming back.
I am.
Cut my feed and I'm not coming back.
Nobody gives a fuck.
If you cut my feed, I'm going
Blah
inside.
blah blah. I'm Tristan. Blah blah blah. I'm about to cut your fuck with me. Fuck
I'll
with me
quit.
again. Dare you? I'm the boss. This is
I'm coming
my
back.
domain.
I'm coming back.
This is my world.
I'm coming
Tristan
back.
Tate. Best watch yourself.
I'm coming back.
You best check yourself.
Am I showing the cars or not?
Yeah, you just showed them, no?
I showed 2.
Only 2. Go show the Lada. Go show the Lada. They really want to see the Lada. Show the Lada. Show them that great car you bought, the Lada. Go show them the Lada, yeah. Go on, show them the Lada. Rolls
That's a
Royce,
ro-
Aston
what?
Martin, Lamborghini, Ferrari, boring, pool. Where all the bitches is at. The
I
house.
like
I'm no beast of burden.
I'm the best producer. That's a Porsche, obviously. But I have 4 Porsches. Mr. Producer. Boom. I am the ultimate victor. Please understand that there's no man on earth more powerful than me. Tristan has been replaced by his avatar. I am Mr. Producer and I cannot be stopped. If you come on my show, I will control absolutely everything. I control the air you breathe. I control the food you eat. I control the fucking ground you stand on. I cannot be fucked with in any way. He's out in the garden now, pointing his phone at Alada, talking shit to fucking nobody! This is my show. This is my world. And I am the ultimate victor for all time. For all eternity. Fucking with Mr. Producer ends one way. In certain destruction!
So does this take me? It's a question.
I am no beast of burden.
Damn, some
I've hit
Look
you
at that
and the
big
war room for well
brain.
over 6 months now. Made over $50,000 trading stocks. Thank you. That's $200 from KPH. Well, he gave me $200, so the guy's obviously got some money. Well, let me explain something to you. Oh, no. Wait. Isn't HG2 just multi-level marketing? Oh wait, you're telling me a multi-millionaire stock trader is coaching people on how to buy and sell stocks, and this guy who has enough money to send $200 super chats has made tens of thousands of dollars. But how is that? How is that multi-level marketing? I can't work it out. I thought it was all multi-level marketing, some sort of pyramid scheme, isn't it? Fucking retarded.
Let them keep making.
But God bless you. God bless you. And keep up the good work. I'll see you inside. See you. Talk to you.
I am the most Googled man on the planet. I am the #1 most Googled man on the planet. I am more famous than the Kardashians. I'm more famous than Donald Trump. I'm more famous than Joe Biden. I'm the most Googled man on the planet. Thank you to my haters.
What did we get?
Very much. Right, that video, my producer, the guy whose name I'm not allowed to say, James, who we're not allowed to say his name. He is.
Where's the talisman merch? There will be some talisman merch.
Oh yeah, there'll be
talisman merch.
He's saying that I should save my message to the haters from the Rolls Royce for a Tate speech. So fine. Is everyone liking? How many likes you got?
I don't know. We have 15,300 people watching this.
Well, why don't we have 15,000 likes?
Because nobody likes it. 5.6k likes. Right? Everyone like the like button. I'm not going to talk till we have at least 7,000 likes. So I'm not talking. Push the button or I'm not talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some. I'll speak certified G. So you have to do that.
You shouldn't talk either. There's 6k likes now. It's going on.
This is you and your mates.
Oh, you and your mates.
That's you and your mates.
That's you and your mates. I remember. I was filming. I was filming when you and your mates were there.
Sorry, they're not my mates. Remember when we faked having a bidet?
Yeah. Do you remember when all of the supercars are faked?
Remember?
This isn't actually a $10,000 suit. It's just the reason it looks so exceptionally well cut is because I used.
Yes, I like that. Picasso. Please tell me you're a one-handed gun.
This suit isn't very well tailored. It's painted on. Shoe polish. I just painted the skin. That's why it looks like it fits so well.
I need to do one more poll before we leave, and we have to leave because at 10:30 we got some movies to see.
Yeah. Oh no, but this is pre-recorded, isn't it?
Oh, pre-recorded. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we gotta go see.
We're in a suit at 5 a.m.
Right. So before,
You look
like a geek.
like a geek.
Before we go, I want to ask a question. I've been going on Twitch, and the level of intellect on Twitch is so much lower than the level of intellect even anywhere else.
Oh my god, I don't even like you talking to these people.
It's ridiculous.
And they just bring on nerds. People who are okay will be talking to you. Say, hey, my friend wants to come on, and it's just some
geek. And he's like, actually, women can drive better than me. All right, bro. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Fine.
Cool. Whatever.
I have evidence I can't drive.
Cool, G. I believe it.
Cool. It's fine.
I believe it. But it's I don't like you talking to these people. There's so many intellectual levels below you.
I know, but you know, like I feel like I can conquer more space. Maybe I need to keep doing Twitches. Do I keep doing Twitches?
You might save some youngsters. I mean, people watching it might think, oh wow, this guy's actually much smarter than the people who, you know, have never worked a job or done anything in the real world and have just talked on Twitch.
Every time I go on Twitch, people who hate me end up making 25-part docu-series on my life. And it's a whole bunch of views and attention, which is great. I mean, I don't mind. They're like, hey, he went on Twitch and he didn't know.
You know what's cool about that guy who got mad at you about the women driving thing? Him and his uncle deny the Armenian genocide. They want to talk about empirical evidence all the time, and they are Armenian genocide deniers, literally.
So
that's actually criminal. Shout out to all my Armenians right here.
I actually find it offensive that cis white male, straight white male, like himself, is he straight? He's bi. A bi white male is talking to me. Obviously, I'm a person of color, and I live in a poor country. I'm a marginalized individual, and I find it very, very insulting that he wants to come along and insult me. So we're gonna have to do something about that. We're gonna have to officially complain to Twitch because he's obviously a racist. Yeah. So we're gonna see what we can do.
So anyway, I'm not even gonna talk about that nerd, but yeah, he denies.
What, your mate?
He denies the Armenian.
What, your mate?
Which is ridiculous.
Your mate. I have a video of him. If anyone's wondering who we're talking about, here he is. Look, I'll show
no,
you.
God, we're gonna show you. We said we're not gonna say his name,
but we're gonna show you who we're talking about. This is him.
Who?
Have a job in real life. You're nobody.
Okay, we got enough. Ender Tate TV. How to actually get rich. God mode. Elite Playboy Tristan Tate host Rich Cooper. About women. No Andrew here. Then it's not good. My life as a pimp. It exposes how he makes money. Full Send podcast. I think I watched that. Got all them hoes, Mr. Producer. To the emergency meeting, Mr. Producer. Yeah, that's me, Path of Exile. Obviously, no one is watching. Sadly, well, I'm watching myself now. I've been on for 45 minutes. Damn, man, I'm a nerd, man. Mr. Producer, you got all them hoes, Mr. Producer. Watching Andrew Tate on how to make money online. Free live webinar. Tate Playboy.
A free presentation that will change lifestyle to begin and women. We're learning crypto research.
Thank you. You know what? Let's listen to some motivational speeches.
Some of you don't even realize you have unfinished.
Please, brother, you had a problem with this? Call me, send me an email. I probably won't read it because I don't even read my emails, but yeah. Write a comment here in the second section. Motiversity, brother. No, I don't.
Business. You need to go back where you left off with a new perspective. Go back to the gym. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to the business. Go back to the relationship. Go back to the burning building. You have unfinished business. All you gotta do is show up with a new game plan and a new perspective. You gotta finish business. You have unfinished business! You got work to do! Perspective is everything. Let's go. I need you to hear me loud and clear. How you see this thing is everything. You cannot change the past, but you can change your perspective about it. You gotta see this thing differently. Stop complaining about the divorce. Stop complaining about the job loss. Stop complaining about the relocation. Your viewpoint is your advantage. Thank you for breaking up with me. Here's what you did. You opened up another opportunity for somebody else to come into my life. Thank you for firing me. You gave me an opportunity to explore entrepreneurship. I'm not bitter, I'm better. Perspective is what changes the game. Everybody wants increase and abundance and lifestyle change and new zip codes and new area codes, but you only read once a week and you only work out once or twice a month. And so the reason why you don't have what it is that you see, the reason why what's in your head is not in your hands, it's not your reality, it's because your perspective opposes your potential. You don't have it because you don't see the value in it.
I agree, I don't have it.
If you believe you've been called to be the difference maker, the game changer, the disruptor, the person that comes into a room and commands the atmosphere, if you believe you've been called to be necessary and not grossly irrelevant, then everything you do, everything you see, everything rises and falls on your perspective, your perception, your viewpoint. How do you see this thing? What happens when your perspective, your perception diametrically opposes your reality? If you are going to give and grow and evolve and attain and become, everything rises and falls on your viewpoint. Show me somebody that hates to work out, and I'll show you a man that almost lost his life, and the doctor said, if you don't work out, you'll die. One sees it as cumbersome. One sees it as a problem. Another one sees it as a privilege. He sees it as his second chance, his new lease on life. that I have to work out. I get to work out. I get a chance to live a little longer. So one person sees the gym as a prison, and another person sees the gym as a passport. One man came within inches of losing his life, and another man has never come within 100 miles of losing his life, and he only works out twice a month, and somebody else works out 4 or 5 times a week. The reason why you only do it once or twice a month is because you don't see the value. Your viewpoint is either your advantage or your assassin. Your viewpoint will either get you going or get you killed.
This looks.
We see a storm, we see rain, and we think depression. We think I can't do anything. Instead of thinking grass can't grow without rain. Roses don't bloom without rain. Number one, there's one thing I need you to stop saying, and that is, I should do something.
What's this?
That perspective, that viewpoint, that ideology, that philosophy, that mindset, it's gonna get you bankrupt. I should start this. I should stop that. I should forgive. I should. You don't get what you should, you get what you must have. I must work out X amount of times a week. I must forgive. I must evolve. I must become. I must retain. I must grow. I must live. I must evolve. I must go to the next level. I must live in this type of house. I must drive this type of car. I don't care how bad you think the shoes are that you are wearing. There is another man in this world who would kill to walk a mile in the pair that you wear. Marcus, what does this mean? This means that what you are complaining about, what you hate, what you can't stand, what you want to walk out of, what you want to give up on, there is somebody out there that would die to be in your position. And so here's what I need you to ask yourself. Is this problem an issue or is it an opportunity? Some of you, all you've been waiting for your whole life was an opportunity. What if losing your job was the opportunity? What if the divorce is an opportunity? What if the bankruptcy is an opportunity? What if the one you loved was an opportunity for you to reconnect with somebody and forgive them? I need you to see the bigger picture. I need you to have a little gratitude. You need to learn how to smile. You need to work out. I know you hate the gym. I know you hate to lift weights. I know you hate cardio. I know you don't like drinking water. I know you don't like taking care of your temple. You think it's the hardest thing to do in the world to commit. But there is somebody who's in the grave today, and if they had another opportunity to live, they would enthusiastically, with great confidence and courage and consistency, do what you hate just to live a little longer. Find the positive. See the bigger picture. Guard your gratitude. The trial, the tribulation, the adversity, the giant is not your assassin. The giant is your opportunity. Are you going to complain in the face of conflict, or are you going to seize the opportunity? I don't care what it is that you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to give, how you're trying to evolve, what you are looking to become. Everything rises and falls on your perspective. Stop complaining about the jealousy and the envy and the backbiting and the person that gave up on you and the person that wasn't present and the person that lied to you and the person that attempted to manipulate and control. I'm not weary, I'm wiser. I'm not toxic, I'm triumphant. I see this thing differently. This season that you've entered into did not come to break you. It came to build you into the man or woman God has destined you to be. Change your perspective.
Yeah, man, I know.
There's a reason why they say, see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't see that light, you're gonna lose your mind. You will lose yourself. You will snap in half if you don't see past this. The challenge for many of us is that we got to see past our present pain and into the fruitfulness of the future.
This can't be
The right
like
perspective
small.
makes the impossible possible. You cannot change the past, but you can always change your perspective. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. The severity of your problems is a matter of perspective. Change your perspective, and most of them become insignificant. Some of them will no longer exist as problems, but opportunities. The right perspective is the instrument you need, the tool you need. It's a discipline, it's an advantage. If you change the way you look at things, then the things that you see will change. Knowledge, a speech, a motivational moment will not sustain you unless you put it into perspective. How will you see the rest of your day? Because how you see the rest of your day will oftentimes determine the way you see the rest of your life. Shift your perspective. If you can change your perspective, you can change the future. Many of you listening to me right now, you have unfinished business, and you need to go back to that dream, back to that idea. You have a date with destiny. You have unfinished business. It's time for you to go back to the drawing board with a new perspective. It's your viewpoint, and watch this. Your perspective actually shapes your language, and your language shapes your world. And so if you don't start thinking right, you're not going to talk right. And if you're not talking right, you're not going to experience the world that you see in your head. I don't know who God has called you to become, but what I can tell you is if you keep seeing it the way you have seen it, you will never become it. Everybody wants next level. Everybody wants wealth and influence, and everybody wants to be this esoteric novelty. But listen to me, you will never experience any of this showing up in your next season with the same viewpoint. The right perspective makes the impossible possible.
Do not let misery control the life that you have. Do not let anyone tell you how to live it. Do not let anyone validate your purpose. Do not let anyone validate your destiny. Someone told you a long time ago that you wasn't worthy. Someone looked you in the eye and said you wasn't gonna make it. I say to you right now that you will make it. I say to you right now that you must make it. I say to you right now that you must tell excuses, fear, and doubt that it has no place in your place of business. For this is your life that you are fighting for. This is your life that you are living for. And make no mistake, no one is gonna do you better than you. Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen. You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life. Excellence. Do you really believe that is something that happens overnight. It can't be given to you. No one is gonna hand it to you.
My honor is spent.
You have to sleep. You have to breathe. You have to eat it every single day of your life. Until you
I think we
achieve
can get to Act 2.
that greatness.
When we talk about excellence, we are talking about an obsession to outwork and outperform everybody in the room.
What is your current standard on life, on excellence, on how you pursue things, how you operate? Basically, when you show up, do you show up in an excellent way? Do you show up with an average way? Or do you show up in a mediocre, half-prepared, half-thought-out way? Listen to me very carefully. Excellence is about standard, and excellence is a requirement for your dream to come true.
When others are sleeping, you need to be awake. Work on having an excellent, driven mindset. Sure, there are gonna be some times and you're gonna just fall to the left and you may even fall to the right. You may even fall back. Learn from your mistakes, grow from your mistakes, and become unique. But never quit. Don't stop moving forward.
Most people are totally okay with decent. But I ain't talking about most people. I'm talking about you. You want to be a great one? You want to be great? Let me break it down to you. Listen to me. Are you only okay with excellence? Until excellence is the only option, we got something to work on. Until excellence is the only thing you'll settle for, we got work to do, my friend. Before you can be excellent, you must first see what excellence looks like.
I want you to make a conscious decision that from this day forward, excellence will be the description of everything you do. Like high performance and high achievement is just who you have become.
You may feel that because you're failing so much, you're so good and you're so excellent at failing, but you're not realizing that you're growing from your failures. You're becoming more powerful. You are educating yourself. You are realizing that your excellence is being nourished. It's gonna get stronger. You are planting the seed. I'm letting you know right now that you are a possible individual. You are a possible being. You are a possible reality. And this is the time for you to recognize that. Don't stop now. Don't give up on now. Find the way that you are recognizing within yourself and build on it. Just like clay, you must shape it. You must mold it. And you must make it a masterpiece. How many times have you said you couldn't do it? How many times did you say that you didn't have the strength? How many times? How many more times? When is enough gonna be enough? When are you gonna rise up and realize your true potential? When are you gonna commit to your real truth? Because your words matter.
I'm getting mentally tired out for this. Nah, this shit. But Sneeko. One day, why a man can't become a...
And I'm sick and tired of this fucking debate. Men need to respect women, period.
So you should respect women.
Whoa.
I am a woman, I just became a woman. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Men need to respect women. You must respect me. Respect me. I'm a woman. Respect me, because I just turned into a woman. Don't you see my lipstick and my Adam's apple? I'm a proud, strong, independent queen!
Hundreds of people in downtown Dallas today for the 4th annual Women's March.
Going on now in our national government, we're going back to the 50s.
I mean, there's other methods of showing up, like voting and stuff, that I feel like would make even like more of a difference, but
the Dallas Women's March and marches all over the country and all over
internationally are not about Trump.
Donald Trump has got to go!
4 years in, the Women's March target hasn't changed.
The 4th annual Women's March.
One!
Ugh. 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 Look at you. Disgusting. It's always just the mid-whites, huh?
1, 2, 3. Abortion!
What? There's no way they're real. Did they just yell?
1, 2, 3.
Murder!
Abortion!
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
How is this real? How is this real, chat? And I could get banned for some jokes? Some jokes? They're going, abortion!
This year in Dallas, Texas,
watch the Gideon vid right after.
We set up the Change My Mind table. And some of the crew even joined in the march.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
Excuse me, we're leaving the march. You need to get out of the way. You need to get out of the way.
Ugh. Ugh. She really thought that was like an MLK Ah, my brother!
Bomboka!
What happened?
Hello, ladies.
No, debate is a trap.
I found talking with delusional people doesn't actually change my...
Oh my God, bro.
Now, to be clear, we did have some great rational sit-down conversations, and we'll be airing some more of those Wednesday. But before that, I'd like to draw your attention to the felony assaults committed, starting with this. Z.
You guys gonna sit down? No.
Okay, what is that? What is that?
Nope.
What are you?
Nope.
Why do they walk like that?
Nope.
Like, that's a woman? Do you see how he, they, whatever the fuck is walking? That's a woman walking like this. What type of woman?
I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Respect my pronouns. Capture the flag, sweetheart.
Well, glad that's over. Now we can get back to civil, rational conversations devoid of any future felony assaults, right? Right.
A woman who is told, if you're assaulted, please go to the authorities. They will handle it. And then someone in a privilege of power, let's say a cop or an attorney or whatever, they ask the question, well, what were you wearing that night? That permeates.
Which is bullshit.
It is bullshit. Yeah.
And
Sorry.
you think rape culture is a fucking
Can you just wait? We'll have a conversation afterwards.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Conversation that you should have. Rape is fucking serious. Rape has happened to me 4 fucking times, and I'm sick and tired of this fucking debate.
4 times? 4 times? 4? Maybe after number 2, like, stop going in those like, buy a gun? You got 4 times? Really? Like, I don't want to victim blaming. Clip this part. The shit's already going viral from the fucking. But 4 times? Okay.
Wait, men need to respect women.
Men.
Period.
So you should respect women.
I'm sorry, I am a woman, so fuck you.
I'm sorry, I'm a woman. Fuck you.
If you don't think so, I don't really have time for this. And I don't have time.
If you don't have time for this, then go away. Go away.
You're going to let me speak because.
You're going to let me speak because I'm a woman.
Here's my truth.
My truth. Transformers are always living in my truth. You need to respect the shit I made up in my head.
I've been raped 4 times. I've known women that have been raped multiple times, gruesomely. And how
gruesomely
dare you sit up here?
Like, deadass, bro. Who? Really? You? No. You 4 times? You? Come on.
Who's that?
Come on! And try to say that women aren't worth respect. Fuck you.
I didn't say that.
I am a woman. I just became a woman. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me? People don't even respect me, period. And I'm already black, so it's just like, yeah, that already goes against me anyways.
What do you...
Bomboka!
Oh, God.
But still, you
can-
piece of living garbage-ass dumpster fire.
God damn. You need to respect me, you piece of shit, fucking douchebag, incel, dumpster fire, garbage. That's fine. I'm a woman.
Trash gum on the bottom of my shoe. Oh my God, I wish I had a tissue for the blood. I would
Sure. Might I suggest?
Whoa, 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 Oh my God!
Oh my God, I wish I had a tissue for the blood. I would
Sure. Might I suggest?
That's it.
This is what happens after too many Playboy Cardi concerts. This is Playboy Cardi's full transformation.
Just it's your behavior, not because you're black or a woman.
I'm sorry. Can I stop here? Can I stop here, please?
I'm sorry.
She has just made a statement about being assaulted, which is very vulnerable and it's very...
She's a victim. Bro, she literally, whatever the fuck, just, you are a dumpster fire piece of trash. And then this savior over here, she's the victim.
It's scary to do.
She just called me a...
I understand.
Yeah, the
I understand.
gentleman just called me a piece of shit, so I'm saying that's... Sorry, my mistake. So when did she go from male to...
What's going on, chat? What's happening?
You know, women are...
That's a woman? What's feminine about that? Stomping around, yelling, talking about, I'm gonna put blood in your grave! I'm a woman! What?
Privilege to female privilege, because she just said she only became a female recently.
It wasn't okay, the approach that she made, but it also wasn't okay to antagonize
How did I
us.
antagonize?
Shut up.
If we're going to have
Shut
a
up.
conversation, let's go back to what we were originally
Well,
talking
no,
about.
I think this is important because I think that's an example.
Don't worry, the stupidest thing is when they victim, like, they're like, she's actually a woman, and then you get this stupid nonsense Demi Lovato's back to she, her after being a they, them for like a week. Like, all right, bro, you just changing back. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Of female or trans privilege right there.
Because you weren't helping the situation, so I brought us back.
Well, it's
So
not
I'm
about
gonna-
helping the situation, it's about being truthful. Truth matters.
I'm going to finish saying my
Okay,
truth.
go ahead.
I'm gonna finish saying my truth because everyone has their truth. What's happening? Can there be a truth? Does everyone have my truth?
Your truth. Let's hope it's the truth and not what that lady was saying.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I believe that's a man.
And that's literally violence triggering.
That woman,
like she's been a woman for like a week. She just put on a wig, bro. That's not a fucking woman. What is womanly about that?
very upset, made very valid points.
Made
What did
zero
I-
valid points. So let me ask you this: define woman.
Woman,
What is a woman?
What is a woman? When we're talking about men's privilege, rape culture, define woman for me, so I don't get it wrong.
well, a woman is
Whatever she identifies as.
any person who defines herself as.
There you go. Bullshit. So I can be a cat. By that logic, I'm a cat. Actually, no. I'm a trillionaire. I identify it. It's my truth that I deserve everything in the world. You know what? It's also my truth that you gotta give me pussy right now. That's my truth. I identify as your husband and you owe me pussy right now.
If you're looking at biologically speaking, a woman is someone who has female parts. Her anatomy is that of a vagina and having just female parts.
Because you said biologically female parts. Obviously, our friend there wouldn't have that. So would that be
definition of
included? Okay, so but that's your definition of it.
That's one definition of it.
What's your definition? So that way I'm not stepping over any.
That's one There can't be multiple definitions of something as simple as a gender. What are y'all talking about, bro?
Bounds. What's your definition?
Any person who uses the pronouns she, and who identifies as such.
Okay.
I respect what they identify.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. What happened to Demi Lovato, they, them for a week? Yeah, my truth. Shut up. Shut up. And if you didn't use her pronouns, you get deleted off of social media. This shit is so fucking stupid.
By themselves as.
So that's an example of female privilege there.
Mm-hmm.
If that's a man, we treat them very differently, and I'm sure you're aware of this.
Oh yeah, it's not
There's
fair.
accountability between men.
Oh, absolutely. A country where guilty until proven innocent, yes, we'd be rotting in a jail. But I know of. Ooh. I know.
Yeah, I like that.
And she just went right back to the conversation as if she didn't, whatever the fuck, did just commit assault.
I know of. Ooh.
Stomping away like a running back in your heels.
I know of. And it's not
There's
fair.
accountability.
Yes, we'd be rotting in a jail.
Men.
We'd be rotting. Ooh. Innocent. Yes, we'd be rotting in a jail. But I know of. Ooh. I know.
And she just went right back to the conversation as if she didn't, whatever the fuck, did just commit assault.
I know of.
Punch the shit out of that person. I don't care if you think
Stomping away like a running back in your heels.
I know of.
Biologically a male.
Right back to the conversation as if that was normal. As if that was just something fine.
Story just recently, and I'm sorry I can't come up with. I can't say the name.
How are you just continuing your sentence? Look at it go.
Come on, that's inappropriate, sweetheart.
You need to respect me! Respect me! Respect me! I'm a woman! I'm a woman! Respect me! I'm a woman! I'm a woman! Y'all look so dumb.
You feel better?
Oh, are you offended by what I said?
No, I just don't think it's necessary. Aren't you just feeding into it?
You realize that's a violent crime, correct?
You're fine.
Ah! None of them are gonna hold anyone accountable, bro. You're fine.
Ah, so because there's no damage done. Fine. Okay. Understood.
Just recently.
That doesn't bother you.
That's fine to them. That's fine. What the bro, what are these people? What is that? Genuinely, chat, what the fuck is that?
You know, once we get to very high level, we just...
Fuck!
What if that were a man? Because that's a woman.
Go to jail!
Wouldn't bother you.
Not this moment.
Wanna punch the
Oh god. Oh god.
Allah Akbar!
Oh god.
Okay.
I
think you might need to check your own privilege and bias.
Oh my god.
You know, I changed my mind.
Oh my god.
See, women do not deserve, you know? Some women deserve.
I want to watch more of them. They're too funny, bro.
That's it.
Your job?
Male privilege is a myth. The next changed my mind. Chat, is male privilege a myth? It's a myth.
So you're getting very emotional.
Because this is serious.
Yes, of course it's serious.
This is serious. I'm a cis white male. I'm a male, and I'm privileged. Please, someone be my girlfriend. I said the right thing.
Privileged male.
Stop
Why
it.
do you have to
Rape
carry
is
a
illegal.
gun to kill a male rapist when that male could just not rape in the first place?
I know.
What?
I'm a male. I'm a cis white male. And you shouldn't do that. That's the bad thing.
No, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be fucking great?
Yeah.
Do you know why women
Wouldn't it be
are
great
so...
if men didn't rape?
Yeah.
Who are are you arguing with? It's the latest installment of Change My Mind. This time, male privilege is a myth. This is going to be fun. Hey, really quickly, want to hear from you. Which subject, male privilege, edited segment. We can go hours, and sometimes angry leftists surround and feel safe yelling from the mob. All of a sudden, I can't get to everyone fast enough. Got it. Great. So if you had...
Shout out to Steven Crowder. Big inspiration for the Woman in Podcast.
True. The statistics of, according to the FBI. Wait, someone just booed, right?
We noted a boo. We noted a boo, and we would like to extend an invitation. Would you like to?
I'm really okay.
Beg your pardon? Well,
she could boo, but you don't want to talk. This is leftist nowadays. Just, that's wrong. Okay, why? I don't know. Goofy.
You can sit down. You can sit down afterwards, and we'll do it. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can wait your turn. What was that? Continue my bullshit. Oh, there you go. That's always a sign of an intellectual titan. But you'll get a chance at that, sir. Now we'll come back to this gentleman in a minute. He's actually the subject of today's long-form, unedited interview. I won't bore you with many conversations because there wasn't all that much productive.
The triggered ones are the best when they get tight.
To glean from it. If you look even at our SMU interviews, the one aggressive feminist kind of took over. It was confrontational, but all of the others were really productive. Every other Change My Mind we've ever done has been pretty productive.
We don't want to watch that. I want to see people get mad.
But I noticed when discussing the idea of male privilege, or any privilege for that matter, on campus, not only was pretty much everyone hostile off the bat, but not a...
And before we get started, chat, remember, Creativity Kit just dropped, link in description. Stop scrolling, start monetizing. I'm going to teach you all the ways to become an online entrepreneur and how to make videos. That's all I know how to do, bro. I'm dumb as hell. I've just been making videos for 9 years, and now I want to teach you. Website's live, the haters took it down, but it's back up.
Single person provided any substantive argument. Every single point, without fail, was anecdotal. What rights are afforded in
How old is she? She's in college?
2018 to men exclusively that aren't afforded to women.
I feel your male privilege is a myth. I feel like...
Because this is serious.
Yes, of course it's serious.
I'm a white privileged male.
I'm a white privileged male. You're right, chat. That's the male version of...
Chose it, of course, but I mean, the reason why I chose it then like shapes other opinions.
My friend
give me names.
raped within the first 2 weeks of coming to the school as a freshman.
This also might be why, despite having a permit, the gender studies professors who, along with their students, teach the injustice of police brutality inherently within the system, called the police on us simply for disagreeing. Quick, bring in the patriarchy. So we weren't really able to finish our conversations in the first place, and at this point, when everything was anecdotal, I kind of just have to pick one. Enter this guy, the person you saw before, who was yelling and cussing at me.
Oh my God!
Beforehand, who also stayed to yell and cuss at students afterward.
Like, I've never heard of it. You're not a white girl, bro. You're not a girl. Hey! Raise your hand if you know someone's been raped on this campus. Yes. Raise your hand if you think rape is a horrible thing.
Oh. Wow. You agree?
Watch and make your own decisions. No, come up and debunk my bullshit.
All right, you're bullshit.
It's always a great way to start a civil conversation. What's your name, sir?
Gregory.
Gregory.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So why the anger and profanity? That was such a civil conversation.
Let me answer your question. So anger, profanity, because this is an extremely sensitive topic.
And I'm a white male.
And I think it's almost ironic that university has such a problem with male privilege. And I know you guys, the last conversation was a lot about racial things, and you wanted to talk about laws, but I want to talk about really about the practicality. So practically, you know, I don't have a car here, so sometimes I like to go down, I go to yoga. When I walk back,
he goes to yoga!
Bomboka!
Some nights I have my headphones on, I have like a hoodie on, so I'm not aware of my...
Doesn't he look like the vampire from the Twilight movies?
I feel perfectly comfortable doing that. I wasn't really conscientious of that my entire life until about a year ago. I was on the phone with my friend, and she said she needed to get her textbook from her car, and it was like probably 11:30 at night, and she just wouldn't do it because she didn't feel comfortable. She didn't feel safe.
She didn't feel safe. But I'm a white male.
Sure.
And so that's something that's inherent as a male, biologically.
As a white male.
Larger, and just like women, that's an inherent privilege.
Inherent privilege as a male.
Where I can
biological privilege.
Biologically, you're going to be larger, taller, and you can overpower a woman. And for the most part.
Are you implying that men are stronger than women?
So you believe? So you're saying that male, female is biological. First off, that's the premise.
I'm saying there's both biological and societal. And
societal.
And there's also systemic.
Systemic societal.
Systemic's going to be where it's just ingrained in a society.
Okay.
So could you?
That's all they got. Leftists just got the word society, and they think they're smart.
For example, explain to me what the difference would be between a biological male versus a systemic male, to use your words.
I did not say there's a difference between a biological male and systemic male. I'm talking about systemic male privilege and biological.
Okay,
male
well you said
What?
So what's
what? Wrong.
You said biologically men are bigger and stronger, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I just want to make sure we agree on the premise
let me clarify for you. Biologically, males have privilege because they are larger. Because of that, they have a certain safety afforded to them where they can go out and then they don't have to worry about
This is what you sound like when you go to college too much, man.
You had a horrible comparison earlier about how males are more vulnerable to being burglarized or whatever you want.
No, I didn't. That wasn't what I said.
Okay, what did you say? They're more likely to be experience violence.
Yeah. Okay.
He guy's already triggered, bro. This is gonna end in him yelling.
Can I answer?
And
No.
Not by the opposite gender, though.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, they're statistically more likely to be victims of violent crime across the board.
By which gender?
No, you just said. Do you mean gender, biologically, or systemically?
What?
Halfway. You just said there were differences between biological, societal, and systemic. I want to make sure we're talking about.
Systemic male privilege. Because you're forgetting the privilege.
I'm forgetting the systemic.
What the hell is the difference between a systemic male and systemic male privilege?
You just said.
Let's assume
college is a scam, yo. Look how dumb they sound.
Gender is systemic gender.
Okay, well,
There's
okay,
no such thing as a systemic gender. Difference is
okay, hold on a second.
Biological gender privilege. Don't forget the privilege. It's very important.
Yeah, it's very important to remember the privilege. Yeah. Okay. Violent crime, many of them would be committed by men at large. Domestic violence is very comparable.
The animals suffered first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Domestic violence would be committed on the same rate from biological women to men as men to women.
Yeah, you're saying bisexual Ben Affleck? Like, let's hear him talk.
Who are more vulnerable to violence is by other men.
Statistically, being the victim of violent crime, yes. Statistically, also being the victim of domestic abuse.
Would you agree that those victims, those male victims, are mostly being victimized by other men?
Sure, let's go with that, yeah.
Sure? You think that's unlikely?
No, I didn't say it's unlikely.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Okay, well, I think we can all agree on that. And then, so for women, they don't have that. Biologically, we're still on the biological part.
Right.
When they're smaller, when they can be overpowered more easily. They don't have the same privilege. They can't go running by themselves.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You've never let me finish my one sentence. You came in cussing at me, so I'm going to finish my sentence. And if you want to listen,
He's getting heated. Come on, white male.
That'd be great. If you don't have to. What I'm talking about here is privilege. I do not see it as a privilege having a violent crime committed against you at a multiple rate likelihood, whether it is committed by a male, but the man who is getting violently assaulted, I do not believe is more privileged than the woman who isn't. Statistically, that's the likelihood. It's not a privilege.
It is because
Chad, you're saying he looks like Alpha Morgs?
Biologically, that male who's being assaulted by another male has a better chance of defending themselves than a female.
Bro, he thinks he's smart because he's like putting his hand down. Arthur said, be careful, Seiko. Listening to the bots could give you too much brain. Nope, we're just going to laugh at him. That's how you dodge the cancer.
Female who is being assaulted by a male. And that's a gender difference. We're going to talk about male privilege.
Sure.
We have to talk.
Why are you slapping the table like you're making a fucking coherent point? You're not saying nothing.
Talk about the influence on the opposite gender. I don't give a about when you're talking about like male on male crime.
Really? I do.
This is not what it's about.
It is.
Slapping the table because I'm a white male.
Talk about that.
Sure
talk about crime. Let's talk about crime. When we're talking about male privilege,
yes.
And I'm bringing up the biological inherent differences between the genders.
I agree on that.
He thinks this is gonna get him laid.
I agree that biology determines sex and gender. Yeah.
Are less likely and less capable of defending themselves against the opposite gender
Sure.
biological.
No, listen, I agree. That's why I'm
my God, like just it's been 8 minutes. What are you talking about?
Supporter of women concealing and carrying.
Okay, that's a completely different subject.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's about safety, stupid.
No, it's not. It's not
Okay,
at all.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a different subject because
I don't want.
women
The point is, you're trying to set the premise as though for some reason women are less likely. Can I respond?
2 seconds.
No, you can't.
This is not about male on male crime, and this is not about access to firearms right now. I want to talk about the practical, livelihood, or existence of white.
We want to talk about systemic privilege. We want to talk about systemic privilege, and then no, hold on a second. You said 2 seconds. That was about 18. Okay, I'm going to speak now, and I'm not going to cuss at you. So the point is, we are talking about systemic privilege. No one at any point, I am still open to it, anyone can sit down, has given me any example of a right afforded to a man not afforded to a woman. That's what we're really talking about with systemic privilege. Now we've just acknowledged, both of us, that men are statistically much more likely to be the victim of a violent crime. We're statistically much more likely to die at the workplace. Okay? Now, this is something that matters to me and perhaps not to you, and then that's okay, we can disagree.
Because he's in a college woke bubble.
I don't believe that the man who is 70–80% more likely to have a violent crime committed against them is privileged, whether it's committed by another man or not. Now, I would agree, maybe we could find common ground in here. What I'm talking about is I don't want to see women victimized. As a matter of fact, most men don't. And the only way a woman would be able to defend herself against a violent crime, though statistically far less likely than that of it occurring with a man, would be a mechanical advantage in a firearm. Would you not agree?
Yeah, sure, yeah, but it's not about guns.
No, it is. No. It's about protecting women, and it's about keeping women.
It's not about guns, and I'm about to get mad. This is about women. I'm a white male.
From being victimized.
Okay, cool. That's. But men have also. But you want to talk about male privilege, so we're talking about
slapping the table.
Differences between the genders. You want to talk about firearms real quick? Let's end that conversation with this. Men
That's
and women do not have a different
accessibility
to firearms.
No, they don't.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's a great thing.
This has nothing to do with gender privileges.
There you go. There's no privilege there
What
as
are
far
you
as
talking
access to
about
firearms. What I'm talking about is wanting to have fewer. Let me boil it down in a way that maybe might be reductive. I would like to read far more headlines, okay, that say rapist.
This is him. This is the cartoon. This is what he thinks is going to happen after saying male privilege.
Shot dead in a ditch by a woman with a .38 special, then woman raped on campus because of some concealed carry law.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't want female victims.
Headlines that have nothing to do with rapists.
I would exactly.
You know why?
But how do you stop it?
Why do you have to carry
Rape is
a
illegal.
gun to kill a male rapist when that male could just not rape in the first place?
Okay, well, you saying that doesn't change anything. I know you're slapping the table, but it's just R word's gonna R word, bro.
I know. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Thank you. Why can't men? Yeah, men just stop it. But that doesn't. You clapping on a college campus doesn't stop it, stupid. You got to do something about it. You can't change all men. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah! Da-da-da-da-da!
Would be fucking great.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Wouldn't it be great if men didn't rape?
Yeah.
Who are you arguing with? You're Don Quixote fighting windmills, man. We all agree rape is bad. You think I'm here saying rape is good?
Get away with it?
They don't get away with it.
They don't get away with it?
No.
They get away with it on this motherfucking campus.
Really?
Exactly! Exactly! Yeah! They get away with it on this fucking campus.
Don't get away with it.
They don't get away with it?
No.
You don't get away with it? Ready. Look at her. We're starting a protest, bro. They're gonna like start a chant.
No.
They get away with it on this motherfucking campus.
Really?
Exactly!
My God, not so.
Exactly!
Yes, they fucking do.
Okay.
Why
are you getting so heated, bro?
My friend
Give me names.
raped within the first 2 weeks of coming to the school as a freshman. She was a fucking virgin.
As a freshman. She was a freshman
too. Milton
horrible.
Daniel Hall.
Exactly!
You know what that motherfucker had to do? He had to move out of that hall.
But you had to move out of
That's
that hall.
about it.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
So this was a rape.
That's
this
how
is
they do
interesting.
it.
This was a rape. So you're getting very emotional.
Because
okay?
this is serious.
Yes, of course it's
I'm
serious.
a white privileged male.
I'm a white privileged male, and I'm gonna stand up. Exactly!
Yeah.
I can stay in my little bubble of TCP.
Exactly!
I don't have to turn my back. I don't have to worry about my job, my income, or anything like that. I don't have to worry about getting raped.
Well, you should.
My friends do.
You should worry. You should worry about your income. You should worry about communicating with others.
I'm
Well,
saying I don't have to worry
let me
about
finish
it
my
because
phrase.
it is
So how do I?
Exactly.
Not something
You
that is
should
very
worry
vulnerable
about
for me.
You should worry about communicating with adults. You should worry about treating other people respectfully because this will affect your future employment opportunities. You first came in here and talked about how you put on your hoodie, your headphones, you don't even look around you in the periphery. That's dumb. That's stupid. You should worry about your safety.
Yeah, but you're on a college bubble campus, bro, with a bunch of woke. Alright, sorry.
That's fundamentally unintelligent. White, black, yellow, red, I don't care. It's not smart to do. It's also not smart to come in and say we should get men to stop raping us. That's going to help women. I'm not your father. I'm not your father. But you come in here so you're going to school somebody and cuss and yell and say you need to stop rapists. Everyone here wants to stop rapists.
Chat, should I make that a soundbite of the soundboard? Boom. Exactly.
Everyone here wants to stop rapists. Okay.
You see the fucking the college conservatives showing up like these are Steven Crowder's fanboys right here. Yeah, right wing.
The point is, this kind of doublespeak and this kind of rhetoric and
these guys all watch Ben Shapiro right here. I swear to God.
These kinds of false platitudes don't help women. Do you know what you're doing? You're victimizing actual victims of rape. There is no 1 in 5 rape statistic. When you say men get away with it, we allow men to get off scot-free with rape. It's not true.
It's not true, and there's way more. Chat, how many women do you know have lied about the R word and get away with it? And then the guy gets in trouble for the rest of his life. They get kicked off the basketball team, and it's like, well, actually, I was just drunk. I didn't know. Oopsie, I kind of just regretted it. Silly me. I'm sorry you got kicked off the D1 team, but I was just being silly. Shut the fuck up, man.
And you absolve people.
Exactly.
Personal responsibility leads to a worse society. Leads to a polarized camp.
I fucking slapped the table. I'm a white male.
It leads to, God forbid, actual rape cultures like we see across the Islamic world.
Culture in this campus.
Is there?
Yep.
Okay, and then what is the rape culture?
This is the rape culture on TCU is brewed up by having twice as many women. Having twice as many, it creates a different social dynamic. Greek life.
Twice as many women.
Stay sharp out there.
So how do you change it?
Let me continue that first example. My friend who was raped within their first 2 weeks.
It's terrible.
College here.
See, I was doing women shit like I know a victim story and I'm angry about it, so I'm right.
Having lost her virginity to rape.
It's terrible.
The criminal.
That's all I got.
Who was uncharged was.
Does he have a name?
Pledge. I'm not gonna release.
This will go out to a lot of people.
The girl.
I would love to see him charged.
Yeah, if you don't want to get him off scot-free, and you're saying they get away with it, then drop his name, stupid.
Oh, this is not mine. This is not my decision. She did not want to release his name. She doesn't want this to be a public thing.
Okay.
Don't judge her for that. So don't.
Yeah, you have to find out.
No.
Why is this guy like, bro? Oh God, bro. This is what college does.
No, I am judging.
Okay. Well,
not her. I'm judging the decision.
You're judging her victim. So
no, I'm judging the decision. That's a bad decision because you know what? That guy.
That is a dumb decision. That's why, like, it's not. Bro, it's not the culture. She should just tell the police. Tell the cops. The school can't kick him out without a police report.
Go forward and rape another woman. So the stupid false victim status, I don't want that guy to go out and rape somebody else. Blame the school because a guy raped her and she didn't give the name.
She didn't want to put the name out publicly because she did not want to be.
How do we stop a rapist if we can't charge him or get a name?
Here, let me
How do we stop a rapist?
I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
Let me.
How do we stop that rapist from raping again?
She made this decision. Stopping a racist would be to put him in jail.
Yes.
A racist.
To have the punishment for rape should be so significant, not just taking away a swimming scholarship and attendance at Stanford for that rapist, but at this school, she did not want to put out the name and make it a public thing because she did not want to be associated with directly. This is a small school. She puts out his name, her name gets out there. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want to be known as a victim. Let me finish. The school, no. She did.
Because it's kind of her fault, bro. Like, I don't want to, but okay, but then don't complain that the guy's walking around free if you don't want to go report it.
You look at how changed now.
Exactly!
She did want to prevent that same person or affiliated from raping again.
Okay.
So she told the school.
Okay, so the school and police have his name, and there was
correct.
He was charged.
He was He was moved out of because he lived in the same hall as her. No condemned.
So you're gonna say everything, the dorm, like you're giving all the context. Just drop a name, dummy. Don't complain about the culture if you can't drop the name and go to the cops.
Move out of the hall. Both freshmen. see each other for the rest of the 4
So
years.
the police were given a name of a man who forcibly raped a woman, and you're telling me they just removed him from the hall. This is the story?
When it comes to conviction, are there other things that are needed? Proof.
Yes.
Exceptional things, and in the state.
That's a big one.
Proof. Oh God! To get somebody convicted, you need proof. This is the culture. Okay, commit a crime, proof. Like it just.
Will we not agree on that?
Yeah, obviously.
Proof is important.
Obviously.
Okay.
And so
then now
when it comes to the practicalness of this event, it is. Let me talk because we talked about the culture. So I'm talking.
What are you talking about right now?
Going back to the example, because they were Greek, they were pledges, the rapists.
Okay.
And you want to know what his brothers did when they found out about this?
I'm guessing something bad.
Correct. Yeah. They did not go up to her and apologize and say, he's a bad egg. So and so, Greek fraternity, enter Greek words. Does not back this. Do not represent this. No, they harassed her. They said, do not ruin this kid's life for one dumb mistake. He was intoxicated. He was this. He wasn't thinking straight.
Sure.
He thought you were cute. Okay, that's what they did, and that's why systemic. I was a part of a fraternity here. I left because 2 members.
I left and
were put on our version of our internal Supreme Court. They were given chance after chance after chance.
This is what he says that like he doesn't know how to speak besides stuff that he's already said, like a dinner conversation. He's felt vindicated. He probably said this at like the LGBTQ meeting, like, and I was in the Supreme Court of my fraternity, and yeah, I'm speaking like he said this shit 5 times before. That's the only thing he's capable of talking about. But whenever he deviates off the point, or when he like brings up the fact that like you need proof, he's like, but obviously.
Positions of power within the TCU community, to where they were subject to incoming freshmen, they were subject to other girls, and they used that power in ways where they ended up harassing these girls, sexually assaulting these girls.
That's
and
terrible.
Within their fraternity, they were given chance after chance after chance until they just became inactive. Or they just did not. They were not big enough. They were not a part of the fraternity enough to where they would shed badness in the light, and that's why I left.
Can I ask a question?
Correct.
Okay, because you went, I think we both acknowledge you jumped from a few topics there, so I'd like to kind of zone in a couple, and then hopefully we can move forward. So you mentioned that this man raped her. School knew about it.
That's all he said. He hasn't made any arguments. He just keeps talking about this one case and rubbing his arms and smacking the table.
Police knew about it. He was simply.
What is he doing right now?
Moved to another.
What is that?
House. Simply moved.
What are you doing? What is this, Chad?
Another dorm. Then you said that the Greek house knew about it.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
And basically was encouraging, and they harassed her. Right? Okay. Do you have any proof?
I want to level this, guys.
Eyewitness account. And that's probably one of the reasons why it was confirmed. There was no.
Believe all women.
No pros everywhere. There was. That's how it happens. That's how it happens.
We just said proof is really important. So any proof of you just gave this whole example to paint a picture of white male privilege on campus and this rape culture. Any proof?
And proof. I believe.
I believe all women is the proof.
And
proof is I believe all women.
And there was, philosophy.
Believe all women. That's the proof. I'm a white male, and I was in a fraternity.
There's stains. There's blood. I'm sure if she wanted to call the FBI, make a big deal out of have her name and face painted everywhere, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yet there isn't the existence of DNA proof.
Okay, so here's my point. We have to find some common ground and agree on some premises here. So, no proof there that you would be able to present that anyone has presented.
You may be going in the direction of assuming that she wasn't raped, and I strongly advise you don't.
You may be going in this direction and doubting that all women are not truth tellers, and I would strongly advise you don't do that, or I'm gonna rub my arms right in your face. Don't make me start rubbing my arms.
Give me truth.
You don't want to go there. I'm gonna rub the shit out of my arms. I'm gonna smack the table again. Look at this.
You may be going in the direction of assuming that she wasn't raped, and I would strongly advise you don't do that.
Oh, what?
Exactly.
I'll take it under advisement. But I do have proof that there's not a rape culture on campus.
You have proof there's no
Yeah,
rape
the statistic
culture.
is not a 1 in 5 rape. According to the FBI, it's 1 in over 1,800.
Okay.
There's not a rape culture on campus in the United States. These rapes do not occur without consequence when there's proof presented. The constant is not men getting away with rape. I'm certainly not convinced of that. I'm not convinced by your account. It sounds like a harrowing account. I feel horrible that had occurred. So you think I feel good about that?
I don't say
But
you
my
feel
point
good,
is,
I say don't give a f. I'm saying
well,
you're
then
here.
listen.
Yeah, you think our word is good. Yeah. I strongly advise. Shut the f.
You can ascribe motive all you want, but I do have
controversial to get some laughs from some people, to put other people down.
He's gonna do a Martin Luther King speech right now.
Who came in and insulted somebody? Who came in here and insulted someone? The only person who's insulted anyone all day here, all day, is you. Okay. You came in cussing and yelling and swearing.
No, because I'm pissed.
I get it.
Serious.
This is serious. I'm a white male.
When you say there's no rape culture and you have a proof of that, you say you don't have the
I
statistics.
do have proof and there is no
Wait,
rape culture.
If you're a girl, you don't got to go out. You don't want to put out and say, hey, I was raped. You don't want to do that.
That's what he's probably gonna actually get some coochie from this fucking speech too.
You don't want to be raped if you're a girl.
Obviously, we were talking about the statistics.
No, but you said you don't want to go for
1 in 5%.
Yeah, there is no rape culture in the United States campus. I don't agree. And the statistics don't reflect that. So if you had proof, the statistics of according to the FBI.
Please die. That's all.
Incorrect.
The humans should just die.
I would love.
Exactly.
Feel free to come and sit down when you have the microphone, and I would love to talk.
Even a professor's just yelling to interrupt.
About that with you.
Look what they teach in college. This is why college is a scam. There's no even the professors are part of this liberal bullshit.
Now you see, this is why. This is not me being rude. Same thing. I gave Chanel. Sorry, Chanel. I apologize. See, she's not going to give me guff for it. She sees it was an easy mistake. I wanted her to have her opportunity to speak. I don't necessarily agree with her, but I would say with
Chad, this is the definition of a white knight.
Very respectful. You were cussing, yelling, coming in, a little bit emotional, and I want you to have your opportunity to speak as well. And so it's disrespectful for her to yell out. We're having a conversation between two people.
I disagree. This is not about cement. This is not about being like, we're not in a parliamentary system where you're not allowed to interrupt and shit like that. This is important.
You're actually allowed to interrupt in a parliamentary system. You're talking to someone who comes from Canada. We have a parliamentary system.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up, dude. Why don't you just crack open a Happy Dad?
Shut
up, dude.
Let's go with facts. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. There you go.
Get the fuck away from me, dude. Bro, this sucks. I hate this interview.
Thank you.
What's this? 10 maximum.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry my backpack and my vape and I'm out of here. I'm out of here, bro.
What's this?
Let's watch another one, part 2. I think it's the same day. Male Privilege is a Myth, 2nd edition. Changed my mind. Shout out to Steven Crowder.
It's been said you're kind of racist.
Your white opinion of racism.
You're a white male.
Doesn't
Racism
really.
What?
Your white opinion of racism doesn't
Racism
really.
This is why it is.
Your white opinion of racism. How do you not hear the irony in saying that? Like in 3 words.
I'm cool with it. That's a little bit racist. Latest installment of Real Conversations, Changed My Mind. The full unedited interview will be coming up soon. I know that's why you... 2, 3.
Jump with me. Rush with me. Oh, with me. Such fun.
Feel the burn.
Jump with me.
Man, this reeks of 2018.
And what are your names?
I'm Hannah.
Hannah?
Marilyn.
Hannah and Marilyn. Jared, how did you... Am I good if I... Okay. Hannah and Marilyn. So, it's sort of become this neologism, this idea of male privilege, and I know we talk about it a lot on campus, and I've had some conversations with people on campus today. I don't agree with the premise, but I'm open to having my mind changed.
Okay,
Well, male privilege is definitely a real thing.
Okay.
Our country
was
built by white males, and it was built for...
Who's gonna build it? You? You're gonna build the country? Look at you. You look like a 10-year-old boy.
For white males. That's why women and any minority don't have an equal chance of being in politics. That's why most of our politicians are white males instead of representative of the actual population. That's why gerrymandering exists. That's why redlining exists. White privilege and white male privilege and male privilege is a real thing.
Okay, so I want to make sure.
Chat, do you think male privilege is a myth? I think females have all the privilege in the West, bro.
Have this clear. Do you agree with what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sorry, so I'm trying to try and balance this with the both of you. Hope you forgive me if I'm not perfect. So, you believe that this country was founded by white males exclusively?
I don't believe it was. I know it is.
Okay, you know it. So, what would you use to substantiate that? A lot of white males obviously came here because Western civilization, people came from Europe. A lot of white males, but that it was founded exclusively for white males. That's what you said. Yeah. How do you?
Male-dominated society.
But that does
society
imply that doesn't necessarily equate to design.
The Constitution originally didn't mention women or black people or anything or minorities or anything. It only
Whitey, champion for black people. Look at her black friend letting her fucking get away with that.
mentioned white.
And also look at the Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson fans in the back, bro. You look at his face, man.
It didn't specifically say white, but it said men. They didn't give any minorities the right to anything. We had to fight for that right.
Who's we?
The minorities, women had to, people of...
First off, Sydney from Ice Age, women are not minorities, they are the majority. 52% of the population are 51. There's more women than men. Men die more. You're not a minority because you look like Sid. Stop trying to be a victim just because you're a woman.
Color had to, everyone...
Wow, that's incredibly accurate, chat. That's a crazy... I didn't say it, so the chat said it, I just looked it up.
Had to, except for white males.
I'm sorry, confused. So you're saying that the Constitution, first off, mentioned only white men. I would say
It didn't say white men, it said men.
Mankind, men. Yeah, this was
yes.
a term, again, this is just sort of a colloquialism, men. The rights were extended to women, you're aware, right?
They weren't extended.
Look at that, they're teaming up. Teaming up to save everybody from white males.
To women had to fight for their right.
No, women never had to fight for the freedom of speech or Second Amendment.
Well, what do you mean women didn't have to fight?
What do you mean?
For these rights, they literally had marching. Women were hurt for this, like.
For the First Amendment and Second Amendment, women didn't have
the right to vote, for the right to not be treated as property.
Okay, so that's interesting that you bring up the right to vote. So you say we fought for it, everyone except for white men.
No, some white men did, but
some
it was mostly women.
So
and
mostly
honestly,
women and minorities.
It was mostly white women at first who didn't include black women.
Okay, so who do you believe procured the right for women to vote?
Women fighting for it.
Really?
Yeah, white men wouldn't have gave it to women if they didn't fight for it.
So you believe a majority of women fought, you believe were suffragettes?
No, actually, the majority of women didn't want to vote. They liked their system. It was just a couple dykes who fucking ruined it.
Fought for the right to vote.
I don't know if it was a majority, but I know women did, and we wouldn't have it if those...
I've been watching Sneaker 4, Why a Man Can Become a Woman. I listened to that, Okay, so... Well, this is the end of now. Opera. Let's watch, I've been watching this thing. As you can see, it says freeze pulse, head lightning, Arcane Surge. I got all this three. Freeze pulse 1 to 12, flame totem. I like that. Head lightning, flame dash. I don't have that. I have some ice thing. Right. I will break this up. So what's
those women hadn't stood up for it.
Okay, well, because it seems that we're going through a historical timeline. Historically, that's actually not accurate. The majority of women...
that is accurate.
So women actually, the majority of women didn't want the right to vote. It was men who gave them the right to vote.
I didn't know if it was the majority, but it wouldn't have happened if women haven't stood up in the suffragist movement and fought for it.
Well, the reason I bring that up is because you said women and minorities fought for that right, not white men. When the fact is women actually, as a majority, didn't fight for that right. Many of them fought against it. White men fought for that and were the ones who signed that into law.
Whoa! Machine order!
See, this is The only thing we need to, we don't even need to watch this. Women are, no, I don't, I'm not supposed to say that. Liberals are, let's say, what do we, let's call them Joe. Yeah, let's call him the average Joe. The average Joe sees something on the TV or on the news. That's true. Whatever he sees there, it's true. He doesn't need to do more research. He just reads Donald Trump is racist. Yeah, men are rapists. All men are rapists. Okay, and that's that. There's no need to do more research. Nothing. Well, anyway, this is the end. I'm going to sleep. It's too late. It's late. Alright, see ya, guys.